happenstance. What's up? I keep thinking that's that Bammer weed, bro.
Hell no.
Where's that other pipe?
I ain't never smoking that BAM.
We don't smoke that shit in the SFC.
I got this at fucking some holistic healing collective, Richmond, California. That's up north. Got my gray lighter too. I lost my little blue one.
I probably got that too, homie.
That's a mini.
No.
Mini baby. Stomach hurts, dude. You know what the best thing about these are? These sausage McGriddles. That should be good tomorrow morning. It's just a fucking pancake and a sausage patty. Look at that fucking job site, bro. Damn, that's fucked up. Fuck the wood all up.
Damn, you see the snow's going down sideways?
Look at that dispensary.
Total green, bro.
It's total green.
They got nothing but brown, dry ass weed in there. Just kidding. I'm hating.
Hell yeah, you are.
I can hate though. Just look at my Instagram, bro.
What?
Look it up right now.
What?
Outlaw Grow.
Aw.
If you want to see some real shit, you know what I mean? I don't just talk shit, bro.
Man. You ain't no green thumb.
Bro, look up my page, homie.
Man, fuck your page. Anybody
Okay,
can fucking
okay,
fake some
okay,
shit on Instagram.
Okay.
What's it called?
I do
Outlaw
have,
Grow?
Yeah, I do got a picture in there showing my tattoos so you can see that it's my shit. You know what I mean? So there you go. Oh god, there's Calvin. Open your window. What the fuck that nigga say? Yeah, I didn't even hit the button. The fuck, he might still be on the phone. He might. He just. Oh. Nah, we're cool. He knows. We niggas. We the same. We the same. That's my nigga. My nigga Calvin. You don't even know yet. You don't even know, bro. That was gonna be my son's name, bro, if I ever had a son. When I tell him that, bam, bro, then I'm really sucking his dick. Are you fucking serious?
Huh? Need a dick, dude. I'm trying to look up something right now.
Cause I creep. Yeah.
Oh, look at that, Hank Williams.
dumbass motherfucker, bro.
Outlaw Grow, there ain't even nothing on here.
Outlaw Grow, homie.
What's it? You bought some weed from a dispensary and took pictures of it?
Bro, you will apologize for the disrespect you're showing me right now.
Yeah, look at that shit. The
all that fucking, yeah, all that shit right there. Even the wax, I made it out of my grow and everything, bro.
Thin Mint?
Yep.
Girl Scout cookies?
Yep.
That shit is pretty, homie.
Scroll all the way to the bottom, and you'll see the beginning of the grow and shit. Like my grow.
I want to see the end. I don't care about the beginning. Look at this Dank
This is the
Commander.
beginning of the end, bro.
This is the Dank Commander.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to my favorite dispensary.
That's where I used to work at.
Oh, the other day.
I was the manager there.
Yeah, Dank Commander. This indica dominant hybrid rare dankness tuna cat piss OG has that lemon lime field taste mixed with a hint of kush.
Shut your mouth.
Great for pain relief and appetite stimulation. We are open till 10 p.m. every day.
Shut your mouth.
Man, dog, see, I told you you're going to show me some fucking dispensary weed.
Bro, you're fucking smoking crack, bro.
It, dog. I'm about to call that dude.
I used to run that dispensary, homie.
Yeah, dude. Now I'll
And no,
your mouth.
and no, that did I show a little? I showed fucking plants, bro.
Look at this.
I just showed just buds.
I know.
My shit is plants, homie. And they're inside, bro.
Yeah, at the dispensary.
Nah, nigga, that
clumps.
shit was in my garage, homie.
Clumps.
That shit was in my garage, homie.
Growing the weed at the dispensary now.
But yeah, I built all kinds of fucking grow houses for people too.
Oh, yeah.
There's a picture right there. You might. I think it's on that page where you can see my fucking F-250 loaded the fuck down.
Look at the spears.
My F-250 loaded the fuck down with like all kinds of building equipment and shit. We're just gonna grow out a build a room.
Shrimp game on lock.
Shrimp game on fleek, bro.
Shrimp day. Yoda OG.
Flushing all the nutrients out, bro.
Really?
Yep. That was after a week of just straight water, bro. It flushes all the chemicals that you put in it while it was growing. You know what I mean? And then you'll see the shit that's like fucking strong like a bull, bro. Oh yeah, you'll see, bro. My hashtags, bro. You haven't seen that shit yet? You're not gonna say nothing about that? Yeah.
I'm not gonna say nothing about looking pretty ass nugs I'm looking at right now.
I'm just saying, bro. I told you yesterday.
Right now?
I told you yesterday, strong like bull goes back. You know what I mean?
Where are these nugs at? I'm going to smoke some of that.
Yeah, that shit was good, bro.
Later, check out this longhorn I was hanging out with today. Strong like bull.
Strong like a bull. Strong like a motherfucking animal. Weed game on fleek, bro. I got taught by the green thumb himself, bro. The homie.
Cypress Hill?
Nah, but we fucked with fucking Bone Thugs in Harmony. I went to fucking Jamaican bar with Dr. Dre's son.
That shit looks tight.
And his wife and shit. And his kids. Took my kid and everything. That's just my grow page, bro. I don't even upload to that shit no more. What a beautiful fucking drive. There wasn't so many damn cars. Bro, wouldn't that be fucking dope if we just go up there and we just swap out that handle and it just closes? Check that picture really quick, bro. Really, really quick, just to see if, because he shows a close up of the door hand or the door fucking jam part.
You're playing. We go up there and we knock this out right now like this, I mean, we're masters. We're the masterminds.
I didn't find Vinny and Shelly any Dairy online, but I got Dad that Led Zeppelin sweater. You know he likes Led Zeppelin. Lily got a Metallica shirt. She really wanted it. I'll put it in your drawer so you can put it in my sock.
How much did you spend?
Right now?
Yeah.
46 bucks, something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, I got, well, that's not counting that. But the sweater was 28 and Lily got a shirt, it was 14.
Well, I'll send you some money at least for that in that keychain.
Thank you.
Well, that's what you just showed me.
The keychain, yeah. That's why I just thought, like, here you go, I'll put it in the joystick, put it in my stocking. Lily was mad. She goes, I found it. I was like, yeah, but you wanted a different cup, so I sent that picture to your dad.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got a badass one already at home somewhere. That one I hid.
I have it, yeah, I know it's that.
I love that one. As soon as I seen it, I was like, I'm getting that for Buggy.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, I love you, though. Hey, look, we're in a snowstorm, dude.
What?
We're in a snowstorm.
I think he's in a snowstorm. Yeah, bring some snow, please.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I see Hot Wheels on the dashboards. Right?
Oh, dude, they had a toy store. I went to that KB Toys right there. KD Toys. Look, I found that Volvo Drift one that I need. I have it, but it's not in the package, you know?
Yeah.
And then look at another red EF. I paid $10 for both of these, dude. That one right there is worth like $14 by itself.
Dude, I was laughing. I found these at the store. This guy and his friend were sitting there looking at the Hot Wheels, and then boom, there they are in the collectibles over there.
Yeah, everybody's on it now, dude. That's why I don't even care no more, dude.
The fucking Tommy over here going through the Hot Wheels, and like I'm looking at him, and I can hear them going, "Is that 3 and 4?" I'm like, fucking Tommy. And then like I go to look over there, and they're leaving over the collectibles area. I'm laughing. I'm like, yep. Right for Tommy. But when we went to Staters, and we got our shoulders. Oh yeah, Faith, Angelica's sister. She was
That's my
all
daughter's
like,
name, my mom's name.
Hey, can you help us? Like, what she's like, she needed to take pictures like with Lily, showing her like helping Lily find something.
I'm gonna do a little live stream.
Manager.
It'll be live. I can mute us.
Oh, shit, I'll get off the phone though. I love
No,
you.
it's cool.
All right, love you too.
All right, babe.
Come on.
That kind of sucks that fucking gimbal's in the way.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Can you adjust the phone over more?
No, because it's hooked up with this little magnet right here.
Oh, it doesn't bend.
I mean, it does, but it just sits there good right there because it doesn't jump, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like it.
You can see the comments right here too, watch. Comments come up right here.
It's in Colorado, snowstorm.
Colorado! They already know where I'm at. Look at the United States Olympic and Paralympic Sports House right there, ladies and gentlemen. Bam.
I was
See right
wondering
there.
where that was at. Dude, we already been driving by that.
This is
I've
the
never seen
Olympic
it.
City right here.
Yeah, I know. Colorado Springs.
Colorado Springs. I haven't been online for a few days, so someone might be live right now. Someone in there. What's up? What's happening? That was the Olympic Paralympic house right there. Driving in this storm of a blizzard. What's up?
Their doctors, they're no good, man. They got bad doctors.
Oh, bro, doctors are fucking. They're doing shit for money just like everybody else, bro.
Oh, yeah.
They're just humans. flawed humans like everybody else.
Amen.
I don't know about amen, bro. I ain't trying to preach, bro. I ain't no preacher, bro.
We're over here, dude, just flawed humans.
I ain't broken down, we're just broke. That was a badass song.
Yeah. Yeah, this traffic sucks. It's gonna take forever to get there.
Share this shit in my Discord. What's up, two people? Look at this beautiful drive we got here after work. On our way to do a little side work.
Yeah, it's gonna help somebody else's job.
Yep, that's Tommy right there in the passenger seat right there. That's Big Tommy.
What's up, guys? Big T.
Big T. Follow me on Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah.
Big T.
Station 760.
Big T 666.
Hell no, I'm no devil worshiper.
Yeah. There you go. What's up, two people? Damn, look how small that fucking. No, that's not a dually. I thought it was a dually.
I want that little tractor right there, though. Little skid steer.
Oh man, that little skid would make a lot of money right there.
I'm building dirt bike jumps.
I just shared it. Yep. Yeah, we're driving from where were we at? Colorado Springs
To Denver.
Now we're driving to Denver, which is right around the corner from where we're staying at. What's up, radio? Cheers, bro. Yeah, look at this, man. It's coming down. It's been pretty consistent all day long out there in Colorado Springs. Looks like it's same here. It's actually a really, really nice drive. You're out there in Seattle though, so you guys get snow in Seattle or just rain? Like excessive amounts of rain. You know about that, Tommy?
Yeah.
You been to Seattle? You been to Washington? I was just in Washington a couple months, or like last month, but not Seattle.
Yeah, I don't think I was in Portland when they had that big ass snowstorm, the biggest snowstorm they had since like 1968.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took me like fucking forever to get from the airport to my hotel. And a rent-a-car with traction control, little Volkswagen Jetta. It was the worst time of my life.
Crazy. Just rain. Okay. But do you know about what he just said right now? We get snow up in the foothills where I'm at. That's right. He was saying about some fucking crazy shit.
Portland, Oregon had.
A snowstorm that Portland, Oregon had back in the day. How long
No,
ago?
it was just like not that long ago.
Oh, not that long ago.
I went and did a job up there. I flew there and did it by myself.
Hey, downtown Portland is pretty dope, bro.
Hell yeah, Portland is sick.
Bro, it is, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Portland
You know
is
what I mean?
sick.
Like, fuck a liberal, but, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Downtown Portland is a fucking badass drive, bro. And I've done a lot of downtown drives, you know what I mean?
Like I did a job over in with Seattle. I was in Idaho, and then here.
You were in Idaho?
Yeah.
Where?
St. Andrews was the one job I did, and then I did the other one, and it was by Boise, kind of.
Where was that murder at? The 4 people that got murdered? 4 students? That was
About right there when I was.
That was at the University of Idaho, right? Or where was that?
Oh, it was right there by
Hey, Darlene, how you doing? There's somebody right there. Darlene, she's in Australia.
Malibu. It was in Malibu, wasn't it?
No.
Yeah.
Say what's up to Darlene. She's in Australia.
Oh, hi, Darlene.
She's a fisherman in Australia, bro.
Sick.
Yeah,
A fisher woman.
fisher woman. Yeah. He said, yeah, my twin and I would go down to Portland to party all the time. Hell yeah, NBA and comedy shows are lit. Oh hell yeah, I'm going to the comedy show on Friday, bro. The roast battle.
Yeah, we are.
Roast battle Denver, bro.
Sick.
Friday night.
Kill Mike. What's his name?
Darlene says good day.
Good day. Good day, Mike.
Yeah, roast battle Denver. We're actually gonna. It's not even gonna be a comedy show. It's gonna be radio. 'Cause I know you got the zingers, bro. I know you got them riffs. I know you work on the craft. Where's mine at?
I don't know.
Babysitter. Okay.
We have to smoke that blue. That's that strawberry.
Yeah, the Portland Trailblazers, they were pretty dope back in the day, bro.
Yeah, how long ago when I was a fucking kid?
Yeah, but they still,
Here, why are you trying to bake us out of this?
bro,
Son of a bitch.
bro, it feels great in here right now.
Oh,
But yeah,
it's
turn
not.
that shit off.
I'm melting all my shit up here.
He
Cook
said,
mine.
yeah, I hold my own. That's right. That's right. So what's the temperature like out there in Australia right now? How hot is it? This would suck in the middle of the night right now, I'll tell you that. Because it gets
Traffic
cold as
fuck.
fuck. Yeah, I don't really get alerted when radio goes live. Do you go live often, bro? So we're going to this other bank right now where this other crew is working on an ATM that's inside of like a cabinet. It's inside of like a closet, I guess you can call it. But the closet has a door, and so the new ATM that they installed, the way it fits perfectly outside, it protrudes. Well, it's the door is not closing. The door to the back of it, to the cabinet. So it's like a closet or whatever enclosure, and then it's got a door on it. With that new unit on there, the door doesn't close. So I was looking at the pictures, and I think that it's like the door handle that's hitting the safe. So we just went and got a little deadbolt mechanism that's a lot smaller than a door handle on the other side. So hopefully that might get that door to close. If not, we might do some overtime and rip that whole face piece off, extend it out.
Yeah.
Yep, extend it out about
Move
4
the
to
whole
6
thing
inches.
out and then just fill it in the backside towards the windows so that way, because the color matching,
Yeah.
it
Yep.
was painted black.
So we might do something like that. So we'll see what we're getting into. We just got to get there though. Half of Australia got cyclone, other half is a heat wave. Wow.
Dang.
Cyclone. What the fuck is cyclone weather, dude? What makes cyclone weather?
Hot and cold.
Or is it the government?
It's the hot and cold.
Hey, did you guys hear? Hey, Radio and Darlene, did you guys hear that fucking Andrew Tate, Alex Jones, and Elon Musk conversation? Man, that shit was pretty fucking good. That shit was pretty good. I mean, you know, like, oh man, they were all trying to be in their best behavior and shit. Alex Jones fucking would never be able to shut his mouth long enough to fucking, man, let anybody talk. But, you know, Alex Jones needs to learn to be the guy behind the fucking scenes. You know, because he's back on Twitter and shit. You know, he's been banned for a long time since the whole Sandy Hook thing. Since old Twitter, since before Elon. And Elon didn't want to bring back Alex Jones. That's how honest Elon is he, you know, he was open about it, and he was like, he didn't feel like he should. And then he made a poll, and the poll was 70-30 for Alex Jones to be reinstated. And Elon, being a man, reinstated him, bro. You know, so that's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
At least it gave him that chance to come back and shit. But oh man, it's really good. Here, let's see if we can listen to it. Let me know if there's an echo. I'll mute out.
Alex Jones, Elon Musk.
Cutting off heads.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on, now I gotta put the Bluetooth on. Bluetooth. Now I gotta do the Bluetooth. I don't think Tommy knows about Bluetooth. Tommy knows nothing about Bluetooth or who says Bluetooth or anything like that. He's never even heard the name at all. So
Just call me Jon Snow because I know nothing.
For real. And you know what? I'm gonna keep it that way right now.
That's good.
I don't want him to know about the fucking bat shits.
No, and I agree. Yosemite Sam, his mark is shooting his guns and a red beard and short. Hamas's calling card is cutting off heads. I totally agree. But I'm saying
They do that a lot.
you're right.
Yeah.
Let me know if there's an echo.
Mind if I jump in for a second?
Oh,
Yeah, go to you right after. Yeah, I just want to go to you right after the thing. Yeah, go ahead, the thing. I just wanted
there's an echo.
to, share one thought in response.
Okay,
who
no
you
sound.
are
Okay, now
for
we have-
what you
now
have
we
said
have
in the
sound.
past.
And
You
no
may
echo.
not say another
No
thing
sound,
in
no
the
echo,
future.
or
And so I just
sound
think
and
that
no
those are
echo?
two different concepts. And I just, for one, just wanted to share my experience of my Alex Jones experience, if I may.
That is perfectly said.
Yeah.
That's because you don't cut somebody's tongue out.
Yeah.
Even if I did back in the past. And I
Well,
certainly wasn't
but you know what? But if people say false things, they deserve to have the consequences for that particular speech aired out in the marketplace of opinions. And community notes is
Yeah,
one
that card
feature
just
of doing
sitting
that.
there,
And I think
bro.
that's a legitimate discussion to
in. I'll be there till
have.
spring.
But the idea, first of all, let's just make the observation that if somebody has once said a bad thing, then they be restrained from speaking.
Audio's good.
Most people who have been in a
Awesome.
position of prominence
No-
in the U.S.
no
federal
echo.
government would
That's
not be
great.
allowed to speak again in other forums
Right.
if that was the standard
That's
we were
true.
applying. Right. I mean, you think about anybody who's been in the CIA or the FBI in a position of saying that the Hunter Biden laptop story was false or COVID didn't start in a lab in China. So we could go down that whole rabbit hole. But,
Well, yeah, I mean, as Alex said earlier, I mean, and this is not necessarily any kind of attack on George Bush, but George Bush did say, or George Bush II did say that there were WMDs
Right.
in Iraq. He said it not once, but many times, and that
and a lot.
True.
He did not have sufficient evidence to make that.
And a lot more people died as a consequence of that statement
Exactly.
that Alex Jones has incorrect. But Alex, I think one of the things I just wanted to share with people is that I was actually just curious about this guy, Alex Jones. I'd never met him, but I happened to be in Texas. I visited the southern border, and I popped in Austin on the way back, or somewhere, I forget where. I heard Alex Jones that's where he was. I said, I want to meet this guy that everybody says don't meet. And so we sat down, and I was actually surprised. We actually aired it on X, or I put out clips of it on X. I can't remember, in like a podcast format. And so I was expecting to get in a debate about the Sandy Hook thing. And as soon as I open up, what I get is the guy apologized for being wrong. And then we moved on and talked about something else. And so for me, it was just interesting and eye-opening. And I think it would be interesting and eye-opening for a lot of people as well to sort of know that there are people who would have ever thought, made some mistakes, said some things that were wrong, and said some other things that were dead right that nobody else was saying either.
That's
and
fact.
the way that we
That's
get
a
to the
fact.
bottom of what's true is actually hearing one another. And when people say something false,
Yeah.
they deserve to be
I
held
agree with that.
accountable for it. So I
Exactly.
think it's a cool thing that, hopefully we're able to have more of that rather than less because of the existence. I mean, if this platform didn't exist, that avenue of sorting out bad speech through more speech doesn't really exist on the internet.
I mean, this dude's making a good point. Like, Alex Jones may have got that Sandy Hook thing wrong or whatever is what he's saying, okay? And you can believe it however you want to. I'm not trying to get my channel taken down again over that shit, and that's why I don't cover that shit no more. But a lot of the shit that Alex Jones was saying 15 years ago is actually coming true, you know? He predicted fucking appliances having cameras and fucking, you know, being able to interact with our appliances and shit. Bro, you can do all kind. Your fucking refrigerator could be like a computer now. You know what I mean? It's got fucking cameras on there, all kinds of shit. You can see what you have inside while you're at the grocery store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Alex Jones was saying that shit 15 years ago, bro. He was saying that's what's coming. Don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, avoid it.
My chick already got it. She has a smart fridge, bro.
So that dude was making a good point on that.
They get access to all your shit.
Yeah, exactly. They're data mining, bro.
Yeah.
All they want to know is everything about us, bro.
In our culture, and so I think that's, in response to that, a good thing, not a bad thing in my opinion.
Yeah, and actually,
if you're not,
to just
still,
elaborate on the public relations firms, PR firms, which really should be called propaganda firms, because that's literally public relations is literally
PR
a
firms
propaganda
should be
word
called
for
propaganda firms.
You can read the history of how public relations was developed.
Edward Bernays.
Correct. So the way that PR firms actually corrupt media is actually, in a very significant way, is that journalists are paid very little as journalists, but they can later retire and join a PR firm and make a lot of money on the basis of the articles they've written in the past and their contacts at their publication. So there is actually a strong monetary incentive, very strong, for corruption of the traditional media.
Elon, I'm so glad you said that, because people don't understand that's how these work, and I'm just now learning about that. The PR firms are so powerful, they're full of intelligence agencies, former people. So just like a general will sign off on some bad weapon system, then he retires and gets on the major board of the defense contractor for $5 million a year. It's a revolving door, and so that's why when these big PR firms snap and say jump, the media says how high. And when it comes to fact checking, they're really one of the most nasty, deceptive groups out there.
Yeah, they're propaganda firms. It would just make a lot more sense if you just think PR firm equals propaganda. PR equals propaganda. That is literally what it means. And if you read the
statement, dropping out, Elon. Is he dropping out? Is he dropping out for anyone else?
Yeah, he's dropping off for me. Elon, you said.
Yeah, you just dropped out, Elon. I think you're back now.
Okay,
is your mic working? It's good now. It's good now.
My mic is working, but I'm
back. We're on PR firms. You were on PR firms equal propaganda.
Yes, the public should really understand that public relations literally just means propaganda. PR firm means propaganda, and the PR firms have very strong control over the traditional media, because that's where journalists go to retire and make tons of money. So there's a very strong monetary incentive for journalists to do what the PR firms say, because they know that is where they're going to get rich in the future.
Bingo.
Elon, a question is more for Alex. And Alex, me and Alex were discussing it before you jumped on, is the pressure, if any, that you've faced since reinstating, or since you said you'll reinstate Alex. Now, Alex, kind of referred to extreme scenarios where your life could be in danger because of what you're doing with X. I know you mentioned it briefly in one of the first spaces we had. You made a joke about, hey guys, if something happens to me, I'll never commit suicide. But how much pressure have you faced in recent months? Obviously, we've seen the back and forth with a few organizations that are trying to censor others. And has that increased since you reinstated Alex?
I mean, at this point, reading the sort of legacy media is just depressing. I accidentally, once in a while, we'll go see like Google News or whatever, or Yahoo News or whatever, some random thing. And I'm like, this is just. I mean, frankly, the quality of the propaganda isn't even good. Look, if you're gonna do propaganda, at least make it entertaining. And I find it's dull, boring. It's and just not even well written.
Well, that's right. They'll put out one thing and then they all parrot it. It's
it's like lazy propaganda. It's like work harder.
We've got Andrew Tate here as well. Andrew, how are you? Andrew, your mic, is it working? You got it on your bottom left corner. Can you hear me?
Alex
we can,
Jones,
yes. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, friend. I'm in the middle of a poker game, but since this is the battle for humanity against the Satanists with its constant deception of the populace, I thought I would jump in and say hello to everybody.
Your thoughts, Andrew? We had your brother on earlier, Tristan come on earlier. Your thoughts on Alex Jones being back on X?
I'd rather hear his thoughts on Elon Musk being the biggest maverick of the last 500 years. I'm not kissing ass here. Elon, you've got big ones, man, on every front. You are literally overturning the entire power structure. I was just going to say this and let Andrew get in, but I just want to say this while you're here. I mean, you are literally changing the entire paradigm, and you've definitely got the system scared. And so everybody needs to support X. Everybody needs to support the sponsors on X. I personally am doing all my Christmas shopping this year with all the great gadgets and stuff that are on X. But I'm going to shut up now. But I would imagine, since I'm about Alex Jones, I'd like to hear Andrew Tate talk about or ask questions to Elon Musk.
Yeah, well, Alex is certainly a friend of mine. I've known him for a long time, and I'm extremely happy he's back. I've celebrated that publicly, but Alex nailed it. Elon is taking the biggest risk here. It takes unlimited energy to propagate lies. You have to continually repeat them, and you have to continue to try and falsify information and hide the truth to keep lies afloat. And this simple purchase, you call it simple, the purchase of a simple website has literally cracked the matrix in real time, and it becomes extremely difficult now to run the psyops they were previously running and enslave the populace, which is their primary goal. So Elon is a hero, absolutely, and the gravity of the risks you are taking, because your ability to speak freely is heavily leveraged against your insignificance. You're only allowed to speak if nobody listens to you. And if you get big and people start listening, they're going to come at you hard. And I think, I'm not completely versed, but from what I understand, Elon's already suffering the lawfare tactics, which they're going to do. They're going to keep pulling out the hat to try and slow him down. Or
Andrew, let me interrupt before I forget. I don't give any attention. The same law firm that came after me with these PR firms.
You've just dropped out. I think Alex just dropped out. Anyone else? Yeah, I think he got a call. No, you got a call. Yeah, go ahead, Alex.
There is a 3-letter agency running this. Not all of them, but let's just say it starts with a C and it ends with an A. Sorry, go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's liberal NGOs which will sponsor agents of the Matrix. They'll sponsor females to end up in a house party and then lie to try and then put you in a Romanian jail cell and get you sitting with the cockroaches in a dungeon. And it's a very scary world where you get to a point where you're only trying to tell the truth, and they're going to punish you for that using endless lawfare. And this battle has only just begun. But the Matrix has truly cracked now, and it's going to be extremely hard to lie to us like they did before with X, the way it currently is. And I think it came at exactly the right time. I almost, without trying to sound pessimistic, there was a point where I kind of felt like I was losing hope. You couldn't tell the truth about anything. Everything was a lie. Everything from head to toe was a lie. And they're trying to lock us all back in our houses again, and we can finally talk about it. It's truly heroic. And Elon's taking massive risk, and the respect I have for him for doing that is enormous.
Absolutely. I mean, this is what happens. I'm going to shut up. Don't hear from Elon, but this is so historic. Elon Musk's courage, and it's true, I understand, has broken the back of the globalists. They'll never be able to turn this around again unless they have a nuclear war. Elon Musk has broken their back.
Yeah. Well, I guess some people are afraid of that.
And you know what? It's kind of crazy, because I was talking to someone the other day and I was explaining. They were asking about my seizure, how they took all my houses, all my money, all my cars, blah, blah. And I said, you never truly own anything on this earth anyway. You can have a piece of paper that says you own it, but if you piss off the government structures, they just get a judge to stamp a different piece of paper and you no longer own it. The only thing you own is your soul and your integrity. And this is the one thing they cannot take away from you, no matter what they do to you. And that is the best feeling on earth. It doesn't matter if you can sell your soul to the devil and repeat what they want you to say, but then you truly own nothing. And I think that as history books look back on this pivotal moment when X was finally, the information of the world could finally be spoken freely, I really agree with you, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just generally in favor of civilization and the furtherance of civilization, and I think we should always be concerned that we can regress as a civilization. And if you study history, you just see the arc of one civilization after another as the civilizations rise and fall through history. We've been in a period of civilization rising
snow flurries right now. That's what I would call this.
We may be cresting, it may subside. And there are many times where I get late stage civilization vibes, and I'm just worried that maybe we're cresting as a civilization and have set it for a fall. So, yeah.
Well, I agree with you, because I truly believe, and a lot of people have said this before me, this is not an original idea, but I think as AI and machines and tech increases, a lot of people are going to be deemed useless by the overlords. And then you have to sit and decide, what are they going to do with all these people who have hopes and dreams, and they want healthcare, and they want a garden, and they want a house to live in, and they don't want to be treated like cattle. They're going to become extremely inconvenient. So I don't think many people at home understand that this war cannot be avoided. I've had a lot of people who understand why they threw me in jail in Romania and understood I've done nothing wrong. And they said to me, why do you take up this fight? Why you don't just delete your Twitter and disappear and drive a Ferrari all day? And I explained that this war cannot be avoided. You're either on the front line and you're fighting for something, or you're sitting waiting to die. You're waiting for the Mongol horde to come over the horizon and chop your head off.
No, I totally agree. And just to throw this in there, if you read, Elon, I knew you were doing great work. When I saw you 6 months ago at the World Government Summit, where they're all saying we're going to make everybody eat bugs and we'll make the decisions with microchips in them, and you said, we don't want a centralized system. We want a diverse system. We want firewalls. And I don't agree with this Tower of Babel you're building. They know that we go through cycles, and they want to artificially create a great reset collapse, in their own words, to make everybody else poor, consolidate power, and they'll have a smaller Type 2 civilization for themselves. And I think you're trying to build a Type 2 civilization, or even a Type 1 civilization, I should say, for all of us. And
right.
You said we need to have a debate about going interstellar. We've got to expand or we collapse. And Elon Musk is saying, correct me if I'm wrong, you don't stay in stasis. You either expand or you collapse.
Yes, exactly. You either grow or you collapse. The steady state is basically an impossibility. So you have to pick it. You have to make a choice. Do you want to grow civilization, or do you want to decline and collapse? Because steady state is not stable. So, and I say we grow, and I say we expand, and we have more humans, and we become a multi-planet species and a spacefaring civilization, and ultimately be out there among the stars. And I think that is the exciting, inspiring thing for the future. Not a declining human civilization that dwindles to nothingness and where humanity dies with a whimper.
And that's the bottom line. I think it is the battle of people who believe in humans and humanity and want it to expand against people who are so selfishly going through the earth and so selfishly oriented that they don't care about expanding civilization. They just want to control the humans that are currently here.
And Andrew, I totally agree with you. But let me throw this caveat, because I've read the writings of Bill Gates and Klaus Schwab and the Club of Rome. They know we can easily expand. There's plenty of room, hundreds of billion known galaxies. They know that this is just the seed that's going to not just grow into one giant oak, but an entire forest, an entire universe. And so they want to shut everybody else down because they can't deal with competition. Elon Musk to come out of the general public. They want a global tyranny so they can direct it and control it, so that they direct the expansion. And we can't let that happen, because they literally talk about it. It's in the official UN plan, a 90% world population. So we need to go with the Elon Musk plan. That's why I tell people that get upset. They go, Elon Musk is involved in every.
Sorry, Darlene, I can't right now.
The globalists are pushing that too.
I know it doesn't look
technology's like a gun.
On the screen, but
it's whose hand it's in.
Really hard to see.
And so we need the gun in the people's hands, the gun of expansion, instead of in the globalist hands. And so just because Elon Musk is on the cutting edge of every technology, don't fear the technology like some troglodytes. Fear us not being in control of it. And Elon is saying we need to be an expansionary human explosion of competition and freedom, not some new dark age with a tiny breakaway civilization that's only working for itself. Sorry, I'm ranting.
But you're completely right, because if Elon doesn't push these boundaries, they will push these boundaries, and once they have the sole control and the monopoly over such technologies, it's over for all of us. And I don't think most people understand. It simply is the humanistic view against the death cult view. And there's people in the world who have no interest in growing humanity, no interest in advancing the species as a whole. Their interest is in power and control, and all they want to do is have absolute power over the people that currently exist. And you can talk about all the perverse reasons they want to do those exact things, but it's truly scary. And all the people at home who don't really understand the gravity of this fight, they seem to think it's right wing, left wing.
Yes, exactly. They're thinking about it the wrong way. So it's got the lecture. Exactly. This right left is the wrong way to think about it. It's the sort of the extinctionists versus the pro-humans. And once you see that it's extinctionists versus the pro-humans, then it becomes very clear.
So Elon, when are you going to, I know you got 100 irons to the fire, but when you talk about we need to create a plan B for humanity, well, that's really
that's not the plan B. I think
an alternate master plan, because the globalists are controlled right now. You're trying to wrest control with us, helping. I mean, when are you going to put out your battle plan, or are you already putting it out in pieces?
No, I mean, what I'm saying is that actually, I think we should expand humanity. Like, basically, we should have basically more kids. Yeah, our population should increase, and we should become a multi-planet species, and make life multiplanetary, build a self-sustaining civilization on Mars, and then ultimately, this will be long after I'm dead, probably, but almost certainly, we can go to other star systems and go out there and, I don't know, maybe we'll find some long-dead alien civilizations. And I don't think we want to be one of those lame one-planet civilizations that never got beyond, its own planet. I mean, we gotta, the aliens gonna think of that. Like we gotta make a good showing. Team Human. Let's go.
And that would, absolutely,
Yeah,
that would be
gee.
certainly disappointing. But it's essential, and truthfully, it's so amazing we'd even speak about these things. Only 2 years ago, you couldn't even speak about these subjects, but it's so pertinently obvious to anyone who pays attention.
Facts.
And it is scary, and expansion and humanistic views are certainly the way to progress, and it has to be done. There's no other way. Just like a business, just like you guys said, if you stand still, you die. And it takes a few brave people to break the matrix. You have to break the dam, and I think bravery is so important because it puts a crack in the dam, and it shows that if there's people out there brave enough to risk getting canceled, risk lawfare, then it's going to inspire bravery amongst the rest of the populace. And it becomes extremely hard to lie to brave, and I think that's one of the largest pandemics of Earth today is bravery. And when I say bravery, I don't mean that in any kind of negative connotation. Bravery is being full of love and loving the people around you and sticking up for your community and loving where you live and loving your country. And it's brave to do those things, and it's love.
What do the globalists teach us? Children are bad. We're ugly. Humans create all this racial division. They want us to hate each other, so we just give up, pull over, so the globalists can have the future.
I would just like to say here,
the globalists are short-sighted too, because the thing is that you can't really separate yourself from civilization. So I think those who are sort of advocating, like it's really, I think it's just logical to be pro-civilization. You don't actually necessarily have to be altruistic. You just have to think long-term and say, obviously you cannot exist in a good way without civilization. I mean, just watch one episode of Naked and Afraid and see how much you want to go live in a forest by yourself.
We're in a super pivotal moment now, and the reason we're in a pivotal moment is because the machines cannot do the policing as of yet. My brother and I often talk about how bad COVID would have been if they had Terminator machines. You didn't have your mask on. You couldn't even appeal to the empathy of the person who knew how insane it all was. As soon as the machines control the policing, it's absolutely over, and we're not that far away. So we're in a very pivotal period now where the bravery that's required to resist the globalist oppression has to happen now. Soon the pandemic will exist, and it's over for everybody.
We are at a critical crossroads right now in the entire future of the human destiny, and I called it Plan B, but I mean, Elon, what do you call it? Just an alternate plan for humanity? Because we have to debate, because the BlackRocks and the globalists are right now in control. If they were 100% control, you and others felt rested, maybe they're at 80% control. They're losing control very quickly as people discover what they're doing. But what would you call the debate and discussions about a pro-human future? Just Team Humanity?
Yeah, Team Humanity, absolutely. That sounds good. But I think like something that is really important is like you just literally have to have kids, or there's no next generation.
DJ,
Alex, do you have kids?
I'm leaving Colorado Springs right now.
I wish I was.
I just left Colorado Springs and I'm headed to Denver. I can't move it down anymore, bro. You mean like the suction part down and then the phone part up? That would probably work. I'll do that when I'm stopped, but yeah, here, I'll tell you what my next exit is, because I know you're out here. You're out here somewhere, right? What was that street that we got off on yesterday?
Somebody living across the world is just as valuable as somebody who lives in America.
Let's see what this next exit is right here. He'll know. Headed north on I-25, then that gets brutal.
Some of them fight back.
Fuck.
You just talk to an ordinary
Yep.
person who views themselves as globalist. They're not saying,
Western Colorado. My buddy lives above Springs in Woodland Park. Oh, okay, yeah, I just passed by Woodland Park. Oh yeah, it's probably been doing this all day. What time do they start bringing the plows out? About 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock? They probably do that later on. Or it just depends. Go ahead, dude.
I think where we start this ambiguation here is to say, like, does someone have as an axiomatic belief that there are too many people on the earth, or do they not? Do they have to believe that's handle a human population probably 10 times larger than the current population. Earth is actually very sparsely populated by humans. We only see density if we're in a dense urban environment like New York or Boston, London, or something like that. But here would be like a good test. If you took a plane from LA to New York and you try to drop a bowling ball and hit somebody, your chances of success are basically zero.
You'd have to drop 10,000 bowling balls, maybe.
Yes. You just and I'll tell you sort of something that may scare people a little bit is that there are thousands of objects falling onto Earth from space all the time. But how often do you hear about someone actually getting hit by falling by meteorites?
Absolutely. There's one known case of a woman with her house getting hit by one.
Elon,
Yeah.
I want to just respond to Ed actually for a second because again, when it comes, I think it's good to get a good counter view here. I think that there's two different things going on, Ed, and I know what you're trying to say. There's a separate point about your obligations, right? So you can, and I believe everything has been said about the importance of expansionism for humanity being pro-civilization and expansion pro-human race to win. That's like a separate axis, though, from saying where are your obligations where you are, right? So we talked about procreation and family. Then we talked about the nation. Well, look, I have two kids. As a father, my moral obligation, I believe, is first and foremost to my family. And then, let's say, as a president, my moral obligation is to the citizens.
Voyager Parkway. There's Calvin. Our access.
You can worry about hunger in the Congo or whatever else needs to happen in the Darfur or in other places. And so I don't think that you're saying necessarily that life
Charity begins at home.
Exactly, and that's not saying that life abroad is any less valuable inherently. And so when you say like the globalist view is that all it's saying is that all life is equal wherever it is on Earth, it's not like I think the view, an alternative view is countering that. There's also just a separate place
DJ. It's not that bad. It's not icy. You know, it can be way worse.
It's to your family, as president, it's to your country. And just
but yeah, it's steadily coming down.
Means somebody else is the leader of one of those other countries, and that's an obligation that they have too. But that's like a different discussion.
The neoliberal cynics, the neoliberal in their own PR, they're the ones who do the worst things on the earth. They just say, "Oh, we want global government. We want to give Africa's representation." Then they lock them down for 3 years and starve 30 million of them to death, and then organize them to flood us as a political underclass. This is cold-blooded Henry Kissinger, State Department memorandum 200. I mean,
it's not black and white.
I think there's two different conversations.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Andrew. And then we'll go to Dave. Andrew.
What I do believe is black and white is simply, if you read a history book, you'll see the worst things that humanity have ever done have been done with good intentions. That's what's so bad about evil acts, is that people think they're doing the right thing. And that's the most dangerous thing about it. And this idea that they look at all human life as sacred and all the same, I actually disagree. I think the reason they will prioritize people in a third world country, for example, you'll say it's because they see us equal. I think it's because they see us now as spoiled and annoying. They don't like that we need pensions and living space and healthcare. They simply want slaves and a robot class, and they'll do anything it takes to get it, and they'll get it from anywhere they can. And when someone comes along and says, well, my intentions are good, I'm not interested in that, because you can name any Holocaust or any atrocity in history. The people didn't think they were the bad guys. They often thought they were the good guys. And I guess the easy way to look at life is you want to be having as many children as possible. You want to pray other people do the same, and you want those people to enjoy freedom. And anyone who's coming along restricting speech, restricting access to certain things, restricting movement, all they're doing is trying to restrict so they can control. And nobody in a history book ever who did that either was the good guy. I think it's very clear to see who's on the right side of history and who isn't. And I advocate freedom for everybody. If I have disagreed with absolutely
Here we go.
on X, and these people can't even handle a different opinion. Do you think they're going to allow the people of a different opinion for them to share water or share food or share anything else once they?
And the reason they don't want another opinion is they want to misrepresent what Elon Musk or Andrew
pushed till tomorrow. So,
and tomorrow's was canceled anyway, so we have that job to do tomorrow, and then they go do that striping.
Yeah, but the striping can be done at any time.
You hear what I'm trying to say? It's snowing right now. We ain't doing no striping.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, we are. We don't even have to go there for if that's the case. We'll have to check the weather out there because it's like it's not that far out. I'm sure it's like this everywhere. But yeah, we do got to go to the warehouse and to the dump or the recycle yard or wherever. Oh, Raz is in here. What's happening? I think I see somebody putting his name down. Hey, Trixies.
And literally saying carbon dioxide that plants breathe is evil, and then telling us the world's going to end in 2030, and the ice caps are all going to melt, and none of that's
These
true.
These fools are cooking, though. These guys are cooking. You know what I mean? They're fucking vibing right now.
Promoting an optimistic, pro-human future that the science and evidence shows is real and that we need.
Gentlemen, I have to go.
Yeah, I just want to be sort of exactly. I want to be very clear about my position. I'm super pro-human, and I mean all humans. You know, humans in America, humans.
Somebody's got
and everywhere else.
Their phone open in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's Vivek. Vivek, that's your phone, Vivek. I'm not able to mute you. Vivek, go ahead, Elon.
Sorry about that.
You feel better?
I feel great. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys.
So, yeah, you know, I'm super pro-human, like for Team Humanity here, and I just think we want to make sure that people have a positive view of the future. And like, I think I encounter a lot of people who have actually very pessimistic conclusions about the future. And if you try to unpack that and say, where does that pessimism come from? And I think these are like, you know, good people. Like they have good intentions. I think they think about where they come from is believing that there are too many humans on the planet. This is false. Earth can easily sustain far more than the current population, but they've been told this thing and they've believed it, and it is false. And I'm very pro-environment, obviously.
Bye, Andrew.
I might have done more, you know, I might have done more, you know, for sustainable energy than maybe any single human. So I would consider myself an environmentalist, but I also believe in physics and reality and not sort of being alarmist about things. And
well, something you said was really smart, and I've seen the equations. I'm not a mathematician or rocket scientist like you, but we need the fossil fuels to get to the new technologies. And you can't cut them all off and then not have it. They're blowing up the bridge that gets them there.
I would like to say, my final point, I would like to say, I often get asked by people who follow me, they say, who do you think who controls the world? Who do you think the Matrix is? And I use the Matrix as a very simple way to explain that they purport a false version of reality that everyone buys into to keep your mind occupied so they can extract your body heat from you for the soulless machines, which are essentially the globalists we're talking about. And I try and say that I still believe that we run the world. There's a lot more of us than them. We still control the world. It's just down to what we will accept and what will allow them to do to us. And that's why bravery is so essential and so important. And I know I can come across as brash with my message. But
no, you're not.
I'm telling 16-year-olds to go and get rich and buy a fast car and train hard and go to the gym, etc. Because these young men are far less likely to blindly comply. And it's extremely important that they don't psyop the next generation of young masculine youth.
And that's why the system was scared of you, Andrew, because you were doing a version of it to shock them out of it, to show them how to have a destiny, how to have desire, how to want to be into the future. Then that's the same thing in a different.
You're right. We still control the world, and it's down to what we will accept, and it's going to take bravery and love. You need to love the people around you and love the human race and love the place you're from. And I just want to wrap up by saying that I would never kill myself. And if they put me back in that dungeon to starve, I hope you will all do your very best to get me out. Because I'm in a very.
We will, Andrew. Love you. Can I just throw something out? Because I'm talking to Elon Musk here and everybody else. And this is surreal. Andrew Tate, Vivek Ramaswamy. This is crazy. John, I've got a friend I want to get on. We also have Mark Dice, who's really stood up for free speech. He's on the line if you can get a question.
I'm going to leave Alex, but I just want to say welcome on Twitter, and I think there will be more truth than not. All else equal. So hail to the truth. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Andrew.
I have one quick question. So I guess the premise as to why Alex was banned so long was that, you know, he supposedly lied about an atrocity, and that goes against X community guidelines.
That's not quite correct. at least, obviously this was before, I acquired the company, but the actual reason for suspending him was he basically insulted a journalist.
Wasn't your purpose for keeping him
Well, he
still
believes
banned?
that because the media had said that. Now he's learned that, right?
I'm just going off of what...
I just looked at the logs. For reason for suspension that was basically a third strike violation. The third strike violation was insulting a journalist.
Yeah.
This was not my decision. This is literally the Twitter logs of the old people that used to run Twitter. This is what they were.
I guess what I'm saying is, like, under your leadership, though, the suspension was kept in place. I remember you tweeted out because you're not going to bring someone back who lied about, the death of innocent children. So if that's the case, then, and we're going to uphold things fairly and firmly for all ex-users, can we that, like, if Alex or anyone else on this panel lied about Sandy Hook or an atrocity again, that they would also be banned again?
You already answered that.
Yeah, I've already answered that.
He did, yeah.
So if that is the case,
this platform will adhere to the law, and we'll adhere to the law. That is what this platform will do. So if somebody says it does something illegal, then they will be suspended. If they do not do something illegal, then we will try our best to avoid any kind of permanent bans unless someone does something fundamentally illegal.
Elon, I don't know.
We're just trying to stay true to the Constitution of the United States in America and the laws of the country as decided by the citizens.
Elon,
how are you going, Alex?
And Elon, way more interesting. And I just asked one question of Elon. Elon, it's great having you here in Texas. You're kicking ass. You're Texas through and through. Your whole spirit. We love you. Whatever happens with Trump, down the road, should we change the Constitution so you can run for president? Would you ever think about that?
I would like to stay as a technologist and build rockets and electric cars and, technologies that hopefully have a good effect on the world and advance civilization. That would be my preference. I would not like to be president. So I would just like to build things that are further civilization. That's
a smart answer. Are you concerned if the deep state establishment, it's not just one group, is able to kill Trump or not let him run for office with the repercussions? I mean, are you optimistic for the future currently, or just how do you feel about the election coming up?
Well, I think it will not be a boring year, that's for sure. I think it's going to be eventful, I suspect. I don't know. If you seem to be quite concerned that people will try to assassinate Trump, but I don't know. Obviously, I'm against assassination generally. So and I guess if Hitler was alive, I'd be in favor of assassinating him. But Stalin, that kind of thing.
I would be too. Your attitude is to sell the world of freedom and humanity 2.0 and a new renaissance. The establishment will just step aside because our ideas are so good. Is that what you're saying?
Look, I think what I'm saying is that I think it is very difficult to predict the future. That we're certainly going to have a very contentious election and perhaps some contentious elections worldwide. The X platform will strive to be as truthful as possible about what's going on, and to that's going to be the goal. And SpaceX is going to build rockets, and Tesla's going to build cars, and as for what will happen, I don't know what's going to happen, but I think,
is there any big
2024 is going to be quite the encore. 2023 is my suspicion.
I know you talked about incredible jets you want to invent, so many things. Is there any other big invention you've got on the drawing board in the back of your mind that you haven't announced to the world that you want to tell people about today?
No, this would not be the forum for announcing any new products or technologies. I mean, we do have, the Neuralink chip, which I know some people might be concerned about, but that's really something that will take a very long time to, be in any kind of widespread use. We've got the first use. The first patient will get a Neuralink chip. This is a quadriplegic, and it will enable them to control their computer and their phone. And then,
my uncle was in a motorcycle accident. And was he was having seizures, about to die, couldn't even walk. He got it's not one of your brain chips, but a brain chip. And actually, he can walk and talk and is happy now. So that's not bad.
Exactly. So the regulatory stuff on this is very intense. So, for the first one, we'll have think of it sort of like a telepathy. You can sort of control your computer and phone just by thinking. So it's kind of like telepathy. And then the one after that will be, I don't know, we're just trying to think of a name for it, but you can think of it like blindsight. Even if somebody has lost both eyes or lost the optic nerve and is completely blind, we can actually give them some amount of sight. Ultimately, I think high resolution sight. Geordie LaForge from Star Trek you could actually see in multiple wavelengths. You can see ultraviolet and infrared, and even see radar if you want.
And by the way, we really don't. Elon's not lying. Even in MIT papers, they've actually done tests. That's what they say though. Is I know the problem is just narrowing the sight to our bandwidth. They say these people see everything, right? Like a full spectrum.
Yeah, you can have a point at which you have a camera. You can have a camera that can receive photons of many wavelengths, so you could see, even in darkest night, and you could see ultraviolet, you could see infrared, like I said, you could even see radar if you want. So, it would be the kind of thing that would, it's probably trademark thing, but I think blindside is a cool name for it. It's like,
beautiful.
Yeah.
You get one question from Mark Dice, because this is the best interview ever. Mark Dice is a great journalist. He stood up for me the last 5 years when nobody else would. Mark, quick question from Mark, please.
A comment, really, just to reinforce to everybody listening, all the journalists, and thank you, by the way, Elon, for unbanning Alex, for everything that you're doing for the platform, for humanity. But I just want to reinforce, and I'm glad you retweeted this, Alex, the reason why Twitter cited Alex being banned, contrary to popular belief, is not because he entertained some conspiracy theories about Sandy Hook, as crazy as they were. And Elon just confirmed that the Twitter logs said this. He confronted Oliver Darcy, a public figure on public property, when he was working in the capacity of a journalist, and they cited that.
But Mark, that's old news. Let's move on from Alex Jones.
Well,
we're talking to Elon Musk. What's your question for Elon Musk?
I didn't see the Twitter file in the Twitter files. Can you release data about the choices that were made regarding the trending list? Because the trending list drives the news cycle, as you know, and they can create a self-fulfilling prophecy by manually inserting topics in there, getting people to talk about them. It becomes a topic, it becomes news. Did I miss that in the Twitter files, or was that just not released? I would like more data on the manipulation of the trending list to manipulate the news cycles over the previous ownership.
Yeah, well, there was a significant manipulation of the trending list, and worldwide. I mean, you could just, I'd say, like, as a general rule of thumb, whatever conspiracy theory you've got about Twitter is probably true, even more true than you think it is.
Are you taking precautions?
Now, I think the path to having a sort of a clean system is maximum transparency. So that's why, like, for community notes, the software for community notes is completely open source. You can see every line. The data for community notes is completely open source. You can see the data, you can see the logic, and you can independently create the community note conclusion. So you can tell right away if there's manipulation. And there's always going to be some, with these things, it is not black or white. There's always going to be some degree of manipulation, but you just want to try to put as much sunlight on it. As I say, sunlight's the best disinfectant. You want to have it be as clear and transparent as possible. This will minimize the amount of manipulation. So the more visible something is, the less it is in the shadows, the cleaner it will get. It will not be perfect, but it will be much better than something that is hidden.
One other point, I hope that you're making precautions for the possibility of X being banned from the App Store, using it as a save to home screen type of feature. As you know, that's probably a very real possibility over the next 12 months. But one other thing here, and again, appreciate your time, I would also just politely ask that the InfoWars account and Owen Schroyer and Rob Dew, their employees of Alex, be unsuspended. They were lumped in with that initial suspension. And maybe I think it's time, I do believe CNN violated the terms of service of harassment. They posted a video a while ago, years ago, showing them harassing a poor old lady because she shared something on Facebook that originated from Russia. And you could see on the house, they showed up to her front yard, you can actually see her address, the number plate right on her house, and that's still on Twitter. So,
but Mark, let's not become...
Yeah, exactly. No, I just kind of want to troll them, give them a taste of their own.
Well, but anyway, I do want to be clear that doxing, which includes revealing the pseudonym of someone. So I want to be clear. Sometimes some publications have claimed that revealing the pseudonym of someone is not doxing when it obviously is, will result in at least a temporary suspension. We will be very reluctant to give permanent suspensions, but we will give temporary suspensions for any kind of doxing activity or anything that endangers the health of another person in a meaningful way.
So,
and that
it's like
includes
you
major
don't like
publications. It does not matter who you are. It doesn't matter how big you are or small. Now, I should say this. There is one. We do have a UN exclusion rule, which is that if it's a head of state recognized by the UN, even if they say things that are kind of crazy, which they do, then we don't suspend a head of state. Just for the same reason that the UN allows heads of state to say crazy things at the UN Assembly. But
because we need to hear.
Need to hear that.
What everybody has.
I was just going to ask, I guess you don't like Nikki Haley's idea of basically doxing everyone?
No,
yeah, so that's crazy. The thing is that a lot of people obviously would face repercussions from their employer or from their government or from some organization if their identity is revealed, and that therefore inhibits the public dialogue. So people, there've been professors who've been suspended for favoriting things on old Twitter. They literally got suspended for just tapping a favorite button. This is so you can say, like, look, if a tenured professor can get suspended from their job for just liking a post on the X platform, then obviously there is some need for people to be able to post things anonymously. Otherwise, they simply will not be able to speak their mind.
Absolutely,
they're losing their job.
It's anti-whistleblower, but I just want to say this. Because I think community notes is the best thing ever. Even if somebody says something really horrible, I think there should be some buffer zone to at least let them respond as much as they can before they get banned. Because what I see everywhere is the PR firms will say somebody has said something they didn't say. They create this woke mob response. Then the person's taken down, and then most of the time it's not even true what was claimed.
General? Yeah, we're very much going to err on the side of freedom of speech, which is really just saying, in America, we're gonna uphold the Constitution of the United States, and that's what we're going to do, and uphold the laws of the country. And if the laws change, we'll then change our behavior to match the laws, and we'll do so. And we also can only match the laws in other countries, because sometimes people will say, well, why don't you demand freedom of speech in some other country in the world? I'm like, well, we don't make the laws in that country, and if we don't adhere to the laws of the country, they will simply cut us off. And so, we can't do more than that. So we're basically.
What about the other factors? Before going to General Flynn, you've got obviously laws, but you've got the revenue still running a business, and you've got external pressure. How do you balance all these when fighting for free speech?
Well, we're gonna obviously favor free speech. I believe my action has been very clear in this regard, that if it is a choice between money and freedom, we will pick freedom.
General?
Yeah, thank you, Mario. Thanks for hosting this thing. You're doing a wonderful job.
Flynn.
This is really a question for Alex and Elon.
General
and a
Michael
statement. And I
Flynn.
wish Andrew and Vivek were still on. We've talked about these different sort of array of forces between the globalists and the humanists, or whatever the right descriptors are. What I would really like to see, and I would love to hear Vivek's take on it, because I think he's such a wonderful debater. I'd like to know if there's possibility to set up a intellectual debate between, the Alex Jones, Elon Musk, Andrew Tate, Vivek, probably throw Tucker in there. Maybe there's Joe Rogan, against an intellectual debate against the Klaus Schwabs, the Bill Gateses of the world. And then there's others.
They won't do it because we'll kill them.
I disagree. I mean, this is how we fight today, right? We are fighting in an information domain. Andrew, I wish he was still on, because I'd love to hear his take. Because Andrew starts to imply, and there's a lot of people that imply this. We're going to move to something that we don't want to, place that we don't want to be, because of this. Frankly, what I see is a globalist takeover, and I'm all with you, Alex, and you and I have talked about this a lot. But what I would really like to see is an intellectual debate and a challenge. Otherwise, because 2024 is going to be, for the United States, is going to be a historically consequential moment in history. And I would prefer that extraordinary session that I've been listening to for the last couple of hours here. And I would really like to hear, at least Alex said, because you're on, and I think Elon's. What do you think about setting up some type of intellectual debate? Or at least array
on X,
yeah,
I'll do it through space.
Well, on X, on X, or however, I would love to see them come on X to do this. This would be wonderful.
Alex, would you be open, you and Elon, would you be open to such a debate?
Well, let me just throw this thing, because I'm chopping the bit here, and then Elon will take over. It should be on X. They had the last Republican debate, and it had like 5 million viewers. This is going to have 50 million viewers. We keep acting like dinosaur media even still matters. It should only be held on X. And I would love to see it in this format, or with an added video component to it.
Yeah.
Yes. Challenge their intellectual idea. I'm sorry. That's my point. We have to challenge their intellectual arguments.
Yeah, I agree with the General. What's the first debate? Hold on.
I was just going to say that from a future standpoint, we are working on adding video to Spaces. So it'll just be a simple thing where you can turn video on or off, and then whoever's speaking at the video will switch to them, just like if it's like a group call or something like that.
Oh, wow.
So that, I think, will help it's helpful to see people's body language as I speak. It conveys more information if you can see their face and their body language functionality before the end of the year, but certainly by early next year.
Huge. Well, that's a big technological.
That's a big one. That's big.
Yeah, I've got to see them.
That very big, so that's pretty frankly. But yeah, it'll be cool, I think. Yeah.
It's just fascinating how far space is. I remember being on space since the early days, pre-Elon. To see how far it's gone and to be able to have discussions like this. I don't think the audience understands. There's never been any platform where voices from all sides, voices that were sensitive, all speak in one place.
Oh, let's be clear. There's more innovation over than the
exactly.
whole.
I'll jump off, but I just want to say thanks to Elon.
Since the rather embarrassing Ron DeSantis situation, I really have to credit the X team for making massive improvements to spaces, because it basically did not work at scale until a massive amount of work was put into it. It obviously broke rather embarrassingly in the Ron DeSantis situation, and we didn't realize how fragile and weak it was. And since then, we put massive work into making spaces actually robust and be able to have, you can have at this point millions of people listening simultaneously, which is quite difficult to do.
Elon, I've never seen an interface that works this good. I mean, you've got a whole how you're doing this. And General Flynn did bring up the best question in the last 2 hours. So I'm sorry I was getting so excited and interrupting the General. He's absolutely right. We should be challenging them to debate us. I agree with you, General. That's really a key point. I'm saying they're too cowardly to do it. How do we...
Jack, your mic can't mute you, Jack. But you go ahead. Just quickly, before you continue, Alex, Elon, I don't know if you remember, I think the first space he came on, and we hit 100K live listeners, and it broke, so it wouldn't show.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it.
109,000 right now, 109,000.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it, but I know that that we have to do it. We don't have I think we are in a place where we don't have a choice right now. I think the intellectual arguments on their side, I just think that they're going to fall flat, and they don't really have a good argument. And Elon mentioned it early on about, how much energy it takes to lie. I mean, it just does, to lie to so many damn people. But we have to pick this fight. It has to be intellectual. Our intellectual arguments are much, much stronger. And I just think we have to have the right type of people. And, those people have been on here today, and invite these people. I mean, if they don't want to come, we call them out as cowards. I mean,
wait a minute. Being poor, everybody, wait a minute, General Flynn, hold on a minute. I'm going to call you out right now. Eating bugs, drag queen story time, open borders, World War III. You're saying that's not how? You're saying their plan isn't wonderful?
Hey, for a guy that has had to eat bugs, Alex, they don't taste very good. So, yeah.
I'll go one step further. I think we should see a 2v2 MMA duel between Alex versus Klaus Schwab and Bill Gates.
Love it.
That'd be the real.
I think Elon should call them out. It'll be bigger than the top UFC fight. If those cowards will show up, my God, it'll be their Waterloo.
Elon, you know how the media works. Do you want to call them out, and then you'll get that snippet all over the media?
Well, I'm certainly happy to have a debate with Klaus Schwab or others. I think you guys may have been following what's going on in Davos more than I have, and certainly more than the vast majority of people have. I think most people don't even know that there is a conference in Davos of the World Economic Forum, and I've only seen snippets, but some of the snippets are concerning, and I don't think we should have a sort of an unelected quasi-governmental organization deciding our future. Who made them the boss? Do people even know that they're doing this? I'm not okay with some organization, that I don't vote for, controlling, my destiny or that of other people. So, and I don't know if they're necessarily fully controlling, but they certainly are influencing things. And, and it's, I just don't, I think an unelected world government is not a good idea.
Well, breaks together.
On that point, CJ, I'll go to you right after for a question, then Suleiman. But on that point, how much control, you kind of changed it, whether control or influence? Because on one side, you've got people that say, they control the world, every decision is kind of influenced, or they make that decision behind the world. On the other side, there's the people making the argument that they're trying to do the right thing and things are being taken out of proportion and full of conspiracy. Where do you think on that spectrum, in your opinion, we stand?
Well, the original premise of the World Economic Forum was to have some kind of forum where there would be interaction between government leaders and commercial leaders, sort of the heads of corporations and governments, and that there would be some forum for them to talk. And that original premise, I think, is not a bad one, because right now you've got the UN, but that's just government to government, and you've got a bunch of sort of individual situations where commercial leaders will meet with government people one-on-one. But there's the sort of the good part of the World Economic Forum is like it's probably good to have some dialogue between commercial leaders and government leaders internationally. That's I think the positive side, and that's originally how I heard about the World Economic Forum. And I was invited to speak there many years ago, which I was just too busy working, and I was like, well, I can't really go spend 5 days in Switzerland. I have work to do in America. So they really wanted me to come talk there, but also pay them $20,000. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. That. So I declined the invitation. It does seem that since inception, perhaps this organization has gained a bit too much power and a bit too much influence. And I think it probably, it should have less power and influence, is my opinion.
I have a quick question. Tweeted about the imprisonment of the American Chilean Gonzalo Lira in Kharkiv, Ukraine yesterday. I'm curious if that imprisonment of an American for speaking his mind on YouTube and X has caused you to consider further support for Ukraine, albeit through Starlink or other means, and also unrelated to that, can you provide any updates about Starlink for Gaza?
Yeah, I mean, I generally think, look, I understand that if an American citizen is in another country and violates that country's laws or what those countries' laws, even if their actions would not violate the laws in the United States, that person would then be put in prison. But in the case of Ukraine, the United States is providing a vast amount of aid to Ukraine, and the United States government has an obligation to protect its citizens. And so I think even if one disagrees with what, that, I guess, YouTuber or journalist, depending on your perspective, what they posted, I feel uncomfortable sending massive aid to Ukraine if they're putting American citizens in jail for doing videos on YouTube. That's not cool. And it's like, and you could say like, okay, well, yeah, but Ukraine has the sovereignty in their country. It's like, yeah, but they don't have a right to our money as well. So it's like, they don't have a right to our money and support and to imprison and mistreat American citizens.
Well, that's right. Look, the fight, Russia, Ukraine, it's an old ancient fight between the two countries that's gone on for 1,000 years. It's a Slavic civil war, but Ukraine is arresting the Orthodox Church. Ukraine, even the mayor of Kiev has said Zelensky's becoming a dictator. So all I'm saying is this black hole we're feeding hundreds of billions into, we should at least be able to debate it. And if an American journalist is critical, he doesn't deserve to be put in a gulag. That's very dangerous. I agree, Elon.
As for Starlink for Gaza?
Yeah, on the Starlink for Gaza front, I mean, obviously that place is currently a war front next level. So in order for Starlink to be used in Gaza, terminals have to be brought in, and they have to be, used in a way that where there's a high degree of certainty that they are not being used for any violence. So now there are only really two ways to get into Gaza. One is through Egypt, and the other is through Israel. So if there was a situation where, say, Egypt was willing to let Starlink terminal in, and that we can have very high certainty that the terminal would not be used for any kind of military purposes or for violence, then we would support that. Egypt has not stepped forward, to the best of my knowledge, in that regard. And obviously we're not going to be played for fools here, where if an organization would perhaps pretend to be using Starlink for peaceful purposes, but then actually use it for violent purposes. We will basically ask for a webcam on that thing 24/7, and if there's the slightest concern about it being used for violent means, it would be turned off. So that's the situation there. I mean, it is a very difficult situation, and I am sympathetic to Israel, but I also I'm sympathetic to civilians in Gaza. So I'm pro-human, to be clear, and so.
Elon, it's just like, here's the deal. I'm not pro-Russian. I'm not pro-Ukraine. I hate the war. I'm pro all of them. I agree. But when you learned that they were using Starlink to rig up robot boats to blow up battleships when Russia said they were going to launch nukes if they did, you didn't sign up Starlink to be a weapons system. It's very fair to say it's my company. It's my.
Well, yes. To be clear, the Crimea and the sort of sea around Crimea was an officially sanctioned area by the United States, and we were not. Actually, the Starlink cells were not turned on in Crimea, in the area around Crimea, because of U.S. law that would prevent us from doing so. There was a Ukrainian attempted attack on the fleet in Sevastopol, and I got an emergency call saying like, hey, we need to turn on the cells around Sevastopol. And I'm like, well, that's currently a U.S. sanctions zone. We would need permission from the U.S. government to do so. And in fact, and it would also mean that we are directly complicit in an attack on the Russian fleet directly. It wouldn't be. There's no plausible deniability here. Now, even though I'm not the biggest fan of President Biden, but if President Biden had called and said, as the President of the United States, I'm asking you to turn the cells on, I would have done so. But we did not get any such call. We were only called by the Ukrainian government, and the Ukrainian government is not my boss. So, it's like, and so we can't, it would actually be illegal for me to turn on Starlink cells at the request of a foreign government in a territory sanctioned by the United States. That would be a violation of U.S. law. So it's like
they were setting you up like it's a bad thing.
Yeah, but the media misrepresented it as I turned off the cells. This is not true. They were never on. And if I had turned them on, I would have broken U.S. law, and I would need an exemption from the State Department and express written permission from president in order to do.
And that's why Blinken.
Yeah. So, and I do think we need to be cautious about escalating that war, and we need to find a path to peace, and not sacrifice the flower of Ukrainian and Russian youth ultimately for nothing, for a few miles of territory, which is currently what's been going on for the past year.
Even with this question, let me go to CJ and I'll go to you. Let me go to CJ and I'll go to you right after. CJ?
Mario.
Hey, Mario. Thank you.
Go ahead, CJ.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mario, for hosting this. My name is Stephen Pearson. I'm a 21-year-old conservative activist, and I currently work at Bigger University. And General Flynn made a really important point a little bit earlier about how Twitter is made it super accessible for conversations like this to happen.
You want to drive on the fucking
Alex, I think, also made the point earlier that the viewership that they've had, you don't really see them reaching all that many young people via traditional cable channels. And one idea that conservative activists like myself have had, different Gen Z conservative influencers have had, is having a Gen Z moderated debate or town hall with the Republican primary candidate and exclusively streaming it here on X. What would you think about something like that? Do you think that would be a way for America's next generation to hear different ideas they obviously aren't hearing currently on their college campuses?
Well, actually, I don't believe in X, but I think that not doing it on the X platform makes no sense. Things should be done on the X platform because it is the most widely accessible platform. It is where you will see. It has by far the most reach. The X platform has by far the most reach of anything. Although this conversation, might top out at maybe a few 100,000 people live, but it will probably go viral afterwards, and probably have 10 million people listen to it, or 20 million.
On the Mutiny Space, we had 8
motherfuckers already got 100 million.
Yeah, so the way to think of this platform is that there, on an average day, there are over 250 million people on the platform. That's an average day. Some days it's more like 300 or 400 million, and a really crazy day could be like 500 million. So, at times we're starting to approach 10% of all humans who are online are on the platform.
Well, Elon,
so it's a very big number, and we're obviously not active in China. X doesn't work in China. It actually works on international phones, but not domestic phones, and I believe does not work in Russia. So that's, I think we do. Platform. So it seems crazy to ignore this platform because then you're just going to reach far fewer people.
Well, Elon, bottom line here, the proof is in the pudding. You just pretty much fruit. You are the only massive platform that's open for free. People are hungry. It's exploding. This is a example for the world. And we're trying to stop war. We're trying to create a this is what it's really all about. I've been very honored.
Alexander, before you're honored, just to give you an idea of how Spaces works, just in the last couple of hours, that was meant to be an interview with you. Then Elon jumped on, Andrew Tate, his brother. We just had Vivek jump on, and Matt Gaetz just jumped on as well.
Love it.
And that's one thing with Space, you just never know who could come up. Matt, how are you?
I'm great. I'm enjoying hearing Elon's perspective on adding value to all of our followerships and allowing us to engage.
Your thoughts on Alex Jones being back on the platform?
I think it's great. Alex has been someone who's provoked a lot of critical thinking from policymakers and broad audiences. Of course, there are things that I'm going to say that would offend people, things that Alex would say that would offend people, but I think they'll just have to be offended. I think it enriches the discussion to have Alex back.
Yeah, I've got a few questions. My first question is, we've seen extremely positive steps in terms of the return of Alex Jones. We've seen the return of Andrew Tate. We've seen the return of President Trump. And
Well,
so X is definitely moving towards a free speech platform. My question is, when will we be able to get to a situation where it's completely free speech and it's just based solely on following the legal laws of the country? I know it's a process and it takes time, but how far do we envision this happening? How far in the future?
Well, I think we've made dramatic progress over the past year. You know, it's only been a year since the acquisition closed, and it's been quite difficult we had to not just keep the wheels on the bus, but upgrade the bus whilst going down the highway.
Well, Elon's cut out. Thomas Jefferson said, "We will not be transported to the State of Liberty on a feather bed." Is Elon back?
No, I think he might have gotten a call. No, you're back.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, just saying, it's been quite difficult to keep the wheels on the bus and upgrade the bus while barreling down the highway at 100 miles an hour. So that's kind of working. But I think we've made tremendous progress in a year, and I think that progress, is accelerating. So, and we keep cleaning up the code base and simplifying it, providing more transparency and providing more clarity, and obviously improving freedom of speech and getting closer and closer to the law. And I just want to say, with respect to the law, I am a strong believer in the law. So you'll sometimes read an article where it sounds like I'm some crazy maverick who just likes breaking the law. I am subject to so many laws. It might be hundreds of thousands of laws, maybe millions. When you think about Tesla and SpaceX and Starlink and all the countries that they're in and all the regulatory regimes and all the rules and regulations that we have to adhere to. And the amazing thing is how closely we actually adhere to the law and follow the law and do what countries believe is right and legal. And once in a while, in a very rare case, I might disagree with the law or regulation, but we will not willfully violate it. So what I'm trying to say is I'm extremely law-abiding.
I totally agree with you. I don't know how you have the energy. People talk about Trump's energy. Your energy is insane. Where does your energy come from? Going back to being a child, did you because we know the universe is a loop or a figure eight. It doesn't just go in one direction. Did you have inklings of the big things you were going to do? Or when you were a child, did you have any foresight about what you were going to be doing?
No, not really. I just I liked technology and like taking devices apart and fixing them and building things, and I loved science fiction, fantasy, like Lord of the Rings and Heinlein and Asimov and Star Trek and Star Wars, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I like programming computers. I found programming computers to be intrinsically interesting, not because I thought I'd have a job. Actually, I didn't think I'd have a job. I know you could even make money write computer software, but I was just interested in it in and of itself. So I'd program computers all night by myself, which is not, it doesn't appeal to everyone. But that's, I think, actually quite an unusual thing to want to sort of type strange symbols into a computer all night, essentially by yourself, is not what most people want to do, but I did like doing that. And also like, hanging out with friends and stuff, but no, I didn't think any of this would happen. I would say I have a philosophy of curiosity, which is, trying to understand more about the nature of the universe and our place in it. And that's why I studied physics, not for career reasons, just to try to understand how the universe actually works and what has good predictive value. And physics has got very good predictive value, so that's why I studied it.
Then give us your predictive value. Gut level, Elon Musk, this is like beyond any Hollywood movie where we're at right now. Does humanity survive? Gut level, you've got all these great children, that means you bet on humanity. Do we make it to the next level, and what is the next level?
Elon, you there?
Sorry,
one
needs to think of the future as probabilities and not certainties. So then, any given action that we do can affect the probability of a good outcome. There are no certainties that I can determine, or at least I don't have a crystal ball that can...
So we're changing the future.
Yes, I think by our actions, we can individually take actions that improve the probability of a good future and the furtherance of civilization. And I think we should take those actions. And so that we've got to have kids, or they won't be a next generation. And we've got to educate them well. And I think like I said,
no, don't hold on.
Civilization. Yeah.
Let me ask this question, Elon, because you're obviously a genius. We're here talking right now. Don't predict the future. Be the future.
Yes, the best way to I think I'm scared to came out with this, but the best way to predict the future is to create it.
Yeah.
And I do want to, Jason Galakanis is here, and they've started. Yeah, let me go to Jason quickly, and I'll go to you in a bit. Jason, a quick question for you first. Would you have Alex Jones on the All In podcast? Sorry to put you on the spot. Well, I have him here now, so would it be okay if I asked him 3 questions?
Yeah, but Elon's far more fascinating. Please ask Elon questions.
Well, Alex, my first question for you is, I'm curious if you'd be willing to answer 3 questions about the Sandy Hook parents.
Oh, great. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, you now have your freedom of speech and you're here, so I think a lot of people are wondering what theory or evidence led you to believe that was a fake, staged situation.
He's already answered these questions.
Yeah, every time
we hear our cases for the first time. Let's ask him.
No, he already answered this like minutes ago.
Yeah, let me answer this. Everything I say is misrepresented. You'll say I'm saying it again. I believe it happened, and I'm sorry, and I apologize, and I'm done.
Okay, and so what did you get wrong about that situation? Like, what led you? Because you've investigated these situations many times, right? That's kind of what you do as an honest or an entertainer. And so, what did you get wrong there? And then,
Elon,
what real world harm did you?
Let me answer your question. I respect Elon. I answered this question. I said it's probably the last time I'll ever talk about it. I'm not going to live in Groundhog Day. I believe Sandy Hook happened. I've been through hell over it. I was not the guy that first questioned it. PR firms blew it up and made it my identity. It's not my identity. My identity is human's future, Team Human. What Elon Musk is doing, I'm never talking about it again. That's your answer.
Got it. Okay. So what would you do differently in the future, when going after some conspiracy theory like this? And do you believe that when you go after these conspiracy theories, they can have real world harm? I.e., your fans knocking on the door.
Yeah, I get it. If I will comment on what people are saying on the internet, when something has 50 million views, I will be blamed for their questioning. So I'm very careful about that now. I didn't realize I had 30 million viewers a day back then because I was looking at the analytics. But yeah, I've learned a lot of lessons that the media and PR firms will misrepresent what I'm saying to then attach themselves to me and play victim. So I'm not talking about it. I won't even say the name of it. What I'll say is I'm at X right now, and it's blowing up and taking the planet back from humanity. At Real Alex Jones, people should follow it there and hear what I actually say, and I don't talk about the school shooting. That is not who I am. That's what PR firms
Jason, I should say that the same issue was the first thing I raised with Alex. He did answer it at length at the beginning of this Spaces conversation. So I think you may not have heard the...
Yeah, I didn't hear the start of it. I was alerted to this towards the end. Right, I think the issue, candidly...
I was saying... I'm not sure whether I agree or disagree with his answer, but it was the very first thing that I asked when I got on this Spaces conversation, just as it was the first thing that you asked. I think it's for people that care about whether there's sort of empathy and whether somebody has been cruel or mean or something. That's like the first thing they're going to ask about, and so that was the first thing I asked about, and it was answered. Whether somebody can agree with that answer or not,
and no matter how many I answer it, it's never good enough because I'm that guy. I'm not what they said. I covered the internet questioning it. I've already said I'm sorry over 500 times, 3 or 4 times today. But it's always the same question. I'm not that guy. I won't even say the name of it.
Yeah, I think people actually will eventually get tired of you answering the question. Or someone who started out who's listened to the whole Spaces, they probably are actually tired of you answering the question, to be frank.
I certainly am.
Patrick,
I am. Can you hear me?
We can, yes.
Fantastic. I don't have any questions. I just have a comment to make. The biggest thing is, and I heard Jason's question, and I know Alex answered it at the beginning with Elon. Hoping to get up with him. I had Alex on. I don't know, Alex, it was a couple months ago or something you were on. We had a great exchange together. The best part about this is the following. I applaud Elon for, the fact that, just a few months ago he said he's not going to have Alex on. And then after seeing what the audience wants, the survey comes to 70-30, and keeping that commitment for allowing Alex to be on. The people who have different strong opinions, who are humanists, who want to defend freedom of speech, defend the same rights that we have, we're finding each other. And I just want everybody to remember this. Go back to September of 2022. When Professor Galloway said Elon is full of it, he's not going to buy, he's toying with all of you. And then Elon bought the company, whatever the price of the company was. Some said it was 50% more. It was a $20 billion company, $30 billion company. He paid the entire number. He didn't have to do this. If that purchase wasn't to be made, think about where America would be today. I want everybody to think about that part. It's been 13 months since then. It's pissed a lot of people off. The fact that, Elon, I applaud you for standing up to folks who you're saying what you're saying to advertisers, where what do you have to do? Be a slave to them? They have to constantly put that fear in you? We applaud you. You got a lot of people backing you up. Alex, it's great to have you back on. Hooks in the envelope. You could be wrong. Everybody could be wrong. It's not like all of us are always right. We have the ability to be wrong, and when we are, and people can challenge us and move on, and then they can make a decision. Either look, I don't like Alex, or I like Alex. Great, no problem. That's the freedom of you have to pick and choose to like somebody's views or not. But the biggest factor here is somebody had the courage to use their resources to buy a platform like this, to give everybody else the freedom to debate, to argue, to give their thoughts, to give their opinions, and then at the same time, if you're wrong, you admit to it. If you're not, you stick to your guns. But best part on what's going on to the world right now is we are finding each other. The fighters are finding each other, and that has got to be a very scary thing to people who oppose the concept of freedom of speech. So I have no question for Alex. I have no questions for Elon. I just wanted to jump in and applaud everybody, even those who debate, even those who agree, even those who disagree. Future looks bright. The right people are finding each other, and I applaud all of you. That's all I wanted to say. So,
Patrick, beautifully said, brother. Remember, Patrick, I apologize for Sandy Hook on your show 5 years ago.
I remember that.
Patrick, quick question for you then. You've been here a few times and you've uploaded Spaces and X. When is the show? I think you've got 2 million subscribers on YouTube. When will the X version launch?
When will the X version launch? I've never had a conversation with Elon. We've never had a sit down. I totally support what they're doing. Right now what we're doing is we're starting to upload all our episodes on X, as well as we're putting on other platforms. But the direction this is going, with a few asks that was made where we can now watch the video on 2.0 speed. I'm a 2.0 speed guy. I like to speed it up.
X marks the spot. X is it.
No, I totally see it going that direction. But no, I mean, look what's going on right now. Look at this live. How many people are on right now? I don't know what the number is.
118,000.
119,000 on a Sunday, where I'm sitting in my backyard right now watching my 4 kids play soccer, and we're able to jump on and have a conversation like this. This is insane. The power of what's going on with this.
This is the future.
I think this is just the beginning, and the right guy is driving it. So, future looks bright.
Yeah, this question is for Mr. Musk and Mr. Gates. So during the 2020 election cycle, we saw a lot of people be either deplatformed or noted for making claims of election fraud. Now, at the time that those claims were made, there was no way of knowing they were true or untrue because they hadn't been litigated yet. So going forward, as we're coming into a new election cycle, Mr. Gates, is there anything being done legislatively or in the House to ensure that doesn't happen again? And the same question would go to Mr. Musk. Thank you.
The strongest, I think, influence on that censorship regime right now is the Missouri v. Biden, litigation and the injunctions there that are being resolved, and some sort of the public humiliation we put some of the senior DOJ and FBI leadership through as they've had to fess up to the nature of some of these emails and contacts. We've brought the journalists that have been covering this, Schellenberger and Titan, forward to kind of repeatedly try to set that deterrent. But I think that it's not just about elections. I mean, it can be about any number of the things that the federal government wants to control the four corners of discourse on. And these are the people who would have who would have banned Galileo. And yet when people want to share evidence or experiences or concerns, you can't have the Department of Homeland Security and CISA working alongside NSA and FBI on those projects. Otherwise, people start to fear that if they're not proactively censoring, that they run afoul of some sort of legal regime. And it's also sickening if you just track the extent to which a lot of these senior lawyers oscillate back and forth between big tech and the senior positions in our government that decide these things. So Republicans in the House should be taking a stronger stand. In my view, we should be putting riders on the funding for CISA and FBI so that anything that would occur there would be so clearly outside the law that it would draw sanction. But instead, we continue to govern by these continuing resolutions that don't gate resources away from that censorship.
Well, actually, Congressman, the fact you mentioned that about the FBI and CISA, this has been the huge thing that's come out of the Twitter files, and it was a two-way street. So while you're tracking what the government was doing in vis-a-vis censorship, really leaning on regards to the Hunter Drive laptop, which we released in October of 2020, this is actually a huge question for X going forward into 20, because Elon, you said that you want to be working in conjunction with
within the confines of the law, but the question is if that law is being enforced by the law enforcement agency of the FBI or the DHS, and then they come to X and say, these posts need to be censored, this information needs to be censored because we've determined whatever it is, how does X make that determination?
Well, if we believe that something is not in accordance with the law, then we will ask a judge or jury to make a decision.
Okay.
We don't have much of that. That is the best we can do. So, and I just want to
just cut out again. You got a call.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just want to be clear that the X platform will aspire to be as neutral as possible, and that's and to be as open and transparent as possible. I think we will be. I think we will achieve maximum transparency. I think we'll be fully transparent. Hopefully by early next year. I'm confident we'll be fully transparent by the time there is an election next year. So, basically, people will just see anything that is happening on the system, and nothing will be hidden. That is the goal.
Well, if those agencies, though, the FBI, the DHS, etc., they reach out to X, I believe they called it defensive briefings in 2020 regarding, which eventually culminated in the censorship of Hunter Biden. If they started reaching out again, would that be something that you or the team, and I can understand if you don't want to answer now, but you would consider making public?
We will be as transparent as possible with that, and frankly, if I think a government agency is breaking the law in their demands on the platform, I would be prepared to go to prison personally if I think they're the ones breaking the law.
Redheads, and then Alice and Benny.
Great, thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Josie. I'm the Redheaded Libertarian on X, and I'm a revolutionary historian, and I do outside media work at teamcast.com. I just wanted to jump back to X as a free speech platform. Elon had mentioned constitutional speech will be protected, and there's some confusion as to what that constitutes. Constitutional speech. So I just wanted to help kind of clarify that for some listeners who might have questions. So the speech and expression which are not given protections in America under the First Amendment include incitement, defamation, fraud, obscenity, CP, fighting words, and truth threats. The government does have power to make blanket regulations on speech, including time, place, manner. That's usually done in the form of permits. And when it comes to slander and libel, those are defamation adjacent and need to be proven, as there's no such thing as a false opinion under the First Amendment, only a false fact. But many times, by the time the due process is through, the damage has already been done. I mean, we saw that with the Me Too movement, particularly with Justice Kavanaugh. We saw that with Alex Jones, the Tates, Nick Sandmann, and Kyle Rittenhouse, where the kind of propaganda machine took over and truth was lost for a period of time. So when it comes to obscenity, that's the hardest constitutional violation to prove when it comes to the expression of that, because it has kind of a standard of I know it when I see it. So there is something called the Miller test to determine whether something is deemed legally extreme. So I hope that helps.
We're not doing drag queen story time here. We're not calling for fouls. We're not hacking websites. We're promoting freedom. That's why we're censored.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Hi, you're good. I just wanted to thank Elon for his commitment to free speech, reinstating Alex, of course, welcome back. And I just wanted to, I think it was Mark Dice earlier who raised this, with Owen Schroyer's ban. I just wanted to note that it didn't have anything to do with the InfoWars thing. It actually had to do with the fact that he called for people to come to a rally, and Media Matters actually did a hit piece. And they said that it would violate Texas's social distancing order. So that's how they actually got him banned, was through a Media Matters hit piece. So in response, Twitter 1.0 banned him. So I just wanted to get any thoughts on that.
Well, it's perfect timing. Elon, maybe you can also give us an update, if there is any, on Media Matters and why you decided.
Yeah, Media Matters is an evil propaganda machine. So I'm against evil propaganda machines, and so we are suing them in every country that they operate. And we will pursue not just the organization, but anyone funding that organization. I want to be clear about that. Anyone funding that organization we will pursue them. So Media Matters is an evil propaganda machine that they can go to hell. I hope they do. So yeah. So I need to just step off the call at this point. So I just have some family obligations. I think it's been certainly a very interesting conversation. I suspect this will go viral. Probably snippets of it will go viral in a way that don't entirely represent the situation. I hope that anyone who reads about it or hears about it actually just it takes the time to listen to the entire Spaces conversation, it will be saved. I suspect there will be probably many millions, if not tens of millions, of people listening to the conversation. I just hope that they listen to the whole conversation and not just small parts of it.
Elon, I totally agree. And let me just say, thanks for reinstating me. I'm going to do the best job to not be misrepresented. Thank you. Thank you for the freedom you're promoting, the pro-human future. We're on Team Humanity. Thanks for spending 2 hours with us plus. And this has just been surreal. It's really been amazing. So X is where it's at. Thank you, Elon Musk.
You're welcome. Like I said, I'm very much in favor of supporting in the United States, the laws and Constitution of the United States. And I think if we start, if we erode freedom of speech, we erode the foundation of democracy. The bedrock of democracy is freedom of speech, and we must do everything we possibly can to protect that.
Well, thank you, Elon, for all the time, and I want to thank this whole crew. I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff at Real Alex Jones on Twitter. People should follow us there, and this has been the most epic interview ever. I love this new Spaces system, and it's just good to have my identity back to actually say what I actually said versus misrepresenting. I'm not perfect, but God bless you all, and I really appreciate Elon Musk and everybody else that is promoting free speech. That says we don't have free speech, we have nothing.
Appreciate it, Alex. And Benny, maybe you can give us a final word. I know you've been waiting for a while. Good to have you.
Oh, hey. Hi, how are you doing, guys? Big kudos, Elon. Thank you so very much for creating this space and obviously for believing in principle more than money. Swagger Jack, my question. I was going to ask about 2024 election integrity and government interference. So instead, I'll ask about Bob Iger. When you told Bob Iger to go fuck himself a couple times.
Are you asking Elon?
Yes.
Yeah, he's jumped off. I was going to give you the final word to wrap up the space. He's jumped off. And Alice is jumping off as well.
Well, I mean, that was the moment globalists got their giving into their intimidation and their blackmail. Go fuck yourself, New World Order.
I was going to ask. I didn't know.
You just missed it. But to give you an idea of the space, and we started off with Alex. I messaged you to jump on. You did. Then we had the Tate brothers come on. Matt Gates, obviously.
That's when everybody was trying to be patient, and I was trying to be patient.
I appreciate it, man. That was good to have you.
Just like Patrick Bet David, I'm here with my kids. So I'm like for big. I'm not going to piss live on this, but you might hear it crying big.
All right, good to have you, man, and good to have everyone. Alex, your final thoughts on the spaceman? It was pretty epic comeback to Eggs.
I don't think it's pretty epic. It's way better than Alex Jones. It's humanity deciding. Our free speech is paramount. Those that try to not have a free speech are our enemies. We need to actually hear what we actually say instead of what we're told somebody said. Elon Musk is doing a superlative job. Everybody that helped me back on X and this whole thing, this is historic, but the deep state, the empire is going to strike back. So I'll see everybody at Infowars.com/show, band.video. We'll see you at Real Alex Jones on X. We're going to hear what I actually say versus what they claim I say, because you're adults. You deserve to actually hear what people are saying versus what they're told you're saying. So that's why this is so incredibly epic. So God bless you all and good luck. I'll see you at Real Alex Jones on Twitter. Please follow us there.
Thanks a lot, everyone. Appreciate it.
That was a good little fucking, hell yeah, it was a little chat. Hell yeah, you guys hung in there for that chat, huh? Word up, word up. Yeah, Andrew Tate wasn't in there too long. It sounded like he kind of did some canned speeches, but I agree with a lot of shit he says. Again, Alex Jones, labeled a fucking wacko and all that shit, but he got a lot of shit right. He predicted a lot of shit.
Not a lot of followers.
Yeah, not really predicted. He knew. He had the info. And fucking rest in peace, William Cooper. We're about 2 miles away from the hotel, 6 miles away from the hotel. So we're gonna go in and fucking grab something to eat. And then I don't know, I might do another live stream. Because I want to cover this fucking easy debacle. He hasn't been mentioning all these fucking people for the whole week, and for the whole week he's just it's just stale in his streams. So he's just gonna go back after this week is done. He's just gonna go back to talking about about all the bullshit again. Okay, I'll check it out, Scapegoat. What the fuck are you doing, guy? Bro, you're a fucking dick fuck. There you go. Jesus Christ. Give you a fucking spotlight next time? You're just fucking sitting on my fucking 9, dude. Oh, you're right about that, Darlene. That hotel Wi-Fi, yep. Fucking scammers will be in that motherfucking hotel, bro. And if you click onto their fucking same Wi-Fi as them, like a hotel Wi-Fi, they can fucking tap into all your shit, bro. Somebody's saying that someone got for 35 G's, bro. Just by tapping into the Wi-Fi, bro, at the hotel. I do tap onto the Wi-Fi when I do live streams and shit, because it's better, you know. It's a lot fucking better. So, but I got all my shit locked down, like to fucking, you know, like my important shit. That shit is like you got to do that. Authentication. Yeah, 2-step. Yep. Because it's true. Someone tried to fucking get into my PayPal and shit, bro. I had to cancel my PayPal. Sons of bitches. You know what I really want to do? I want to Top Golf. Top Golf? Yeah. Is that like the indoor shit? Yeah. I think I've seen a couple out here, bro. Yeah, they're everywhere. I always ask myself, why didn't I think of that? I know, it's a good little invention, bro. It's a cool little atmosphere, it seems like. I love it. It's a whole vibe. So you've done it? No, I went. Huh? I went, but we didn't do it. Oh, you didn't? Nah, I was like you sit on, like you stand on like a ledge, right? Yeah. Like there's like 7 stories. We were in Vegas, it's right there across from our hotel. We went over there and it was already kind of late. And I was like, fuck it. There's like different stories and shit. Yeah, because everybody else with didn't want to do it. These fools were all acting like a bunch of little fucking pussies, dude. I don't know. Like, well, it's not even that much money. If we all pitch in on $100 for an hour. Okay, thank you, Darlene. I appreciate that. I will as soon as I get home or get to the hotel. Arapaho, huh? I'm talking about Slapaho. Arapaho. Arapaho. Looks like we're not getting snow out here. Sheraton. Medallions. They're dang. The 9-ounce fucking filet mignon. With a couple beers, $20. Brothers Barbecue. I love barbecue. I think I was a case of mistaken identity last night, and I got a free beer out of it. So that was cool. Bartender was like, "Sorry about what happened last time. You ordered your drinks." I was like, "What? I haven't had a problem." She was like, "Well, anyway, the first one's on me." Okay, cool. Friday, man. I'm so excited about that shit. As you guys know, I've been watching that roast battle shit for quite some time now. And roast battle Denver is, you know, it's not as good as Austin. Yeah, it's a nice little Porsche right there. Not as good as Austin. You know, no clubs owned by Joe Rogan, but the Denver roast battle scene, there's some funny motherfuckers that go there. And I'll make sure to be extra loud and shit, so when it comes out on fucking YouTube, you'll hear my loud ass. You know what I mean? This area too, Denver Industrial. This is kind of like Denver, yeah, even the Denver airport area or whatever. It's a nice drive too during the day and all that shit. It's nice. I fuck with Colorado all day long.
I love Colorado.
Everything about Colorado. I love Avon, Vail, Glenwood Springs, even southern Colorado, Pueblo, and fucking, you know, obviously Garden of the Gods.
Yes.
That's my favorite place on this fucking, on the map. Garden of the Gods. There's Manitou Springs.
Get in touch with me.
Pagosa Springs. Who knows about DJ? Are you still in here? You ever been to Pagosa Springs? Or fucking way down there in southern fucking Colorado? What's Pueblo? I think Pagosa Springs is down there in southern. Durango. I've done jobs out there about 10, 13 years ago. Oh, there you are. Yep. Where are you at? Western Slope. Pagosa is nice, huh? Yep. Pagosa is nice, bro. Manitou Springs is nice too, though. I think it's just, I just like Manitou Springs because it's like right next door to Garden of the Gods. You know what I mean? Like right there. Oh shit! There goes the snow. God damn, these fucking wipers suck. Got the cool little fucking Rain-X scraper and fucking brush though. This morning, had to use it for the first time today. Sure works good.
This one down here?
Nah, not that one, bro. I got a pivoting one down back here.
Oh, fancy one?
Yeah, a nice long one for the truck. That's pretty much just for like the side windows and shit. Pueblo is a shithole, huh? What about Durango? Isn't Pagosa Springs southern Colorado? I'm trying to think of like the southern. There's some fucking cowboy ass towns out there, man. I like it. I think am I thinking about Pagosa? Yeah, it is. Scapegoat. It's 34 degrees. It's not that bad right now. It must not be windy. There's Colorado Boulevard right there where that job's gonna be. It's actually really close to the hotel.
I love it.
It's all that
Just driving an hour and a half to the job site from our hotel.
That shit is for the birds, bro.
Straight birds.
Hey, but fucking, we got it done. Those two machines fucking strong.
Oh, yeah.
Strong like a motherfucking
And
bull.
that curb got ran over again. I went and checked
Yeah,
it before
you
that.
seen that? Yeah, I did a little short for my YouTube and fucking seen that shit too. I was like, son of a bitch.
But it held.
It held. It held, yeah. Son of a bitch.
I knew it would. The more we do it, the better I'll get at the finishing touches of it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't do it enough.
I said, fucking, I'm a rigger, bro.
That shit was funny as fuck. We were telling him that.
Oh yeah, he didn't like that shit.
Hell no, he didn't.
He didn't like that. The boss called me earlier, or I called the boss or something like that, and he's like, "Ain't you a cabinet guy?" Yeah, the boss is a real fucking. He's a real. You know, one of those, just a real one of those. And he's like, "Ain't you a cabinet guy?" And I was like, "Actually, boss, I'm a rigger. I'm an ATM rigger." And he was like, "Yeah, but don't you do cabinets?" And I was like, "I focus on my attention to, you know, I do my best to be a rigger now." he didn't know what to say, you know? Like, he actually didn't have some fucking smart ass shit to say, like usual.
Like usual. That shit was so fucking funny. Dude, I gave some dude a couple bucks right here to take the same exit the other night. This must be a good lucrative exit.
I don't know, but I missed my exit. That's why we're heading back on the freeway. Over here talking shit. Look at there's your homie right there. Wants a couple more bucks.
No, I don't have any more ones.
Let me get some more plata, homie.
I hooked them up though.
For the puerco, homie. Look at another one over there on the corner. Dude, there is fucking people working every corner over here, bro.
Yeah, all getting dollars.
Bro, I bet you they fucking each of them get at least $100.
I don't know about that. Who knows? But I know he's like, I got fucking more than you tonight. Like, dude, I couldn't do that. You got the effort to be standing out here doing this. Go to the fucking labor ready.
Get a job.
Go to labor ready, dog.
That's why I don't feel bad for these fucking guys out here, because I see so much fucking
work out here. The ones that have like mental problems and shit, I feel bad for you.
Well,
I can tell. You know?
But the thing is, like, there's a lot of work for people out here, bro.
Yeah.
Even for the women, there's hotels. They're building the hotels. There's all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
The dudes could build them. Women can go fucking be the housekeepers and shit.
Yeah.
But instead, they just want to be fucking funded by the government. They just want to be spoon-fed by the government.
Yeah. Milk and welfare. You better not stop.
I'm going to go through just for you, bro.
Please. See how it just blinks. See, it's red.
You blink,
screen,
bro.
It's red and the screen doesn't know what it is, so we just go.
You blink, bro. Look at
That
guy
car, he didn't stop either.
that guy was trying to fucking race me.
Yeah, see, he's not a liberal.
I don't appreciate him trying to race me.
Fucking lit cars.
I'm just gonna tailspin him. It is kind of snowing out here. It's just not sticking, and it's because it's 35 degrees. But it is snowing. I don't think that's
still
rain.
cold. I'm just kidding.
Look at that. So cold.
It ain't that bad though. That's why the snow is melting off the windshield.
It was cold earlier at the job site though.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking A.
I was so glad I got these warm socks yesterday at Walmart. Or Dickies.
Oh yeah.
Cold weather socks.
Oh yeah.
They're so warm.
The Rona made people lazy and retarded. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, that's good. Offer them jobs over free handouts, yep. Yeah, he's a cool motherfucker, bro. DJ Moore said, "I like your passenger, Dank. He sounds like me." That's funny.
Like,
You should check out his channel, bro. You'll like his channel, his content, bro. He does.
I was doing this job and I stopped at the gas station, bro, and I was sitting there pumping my fuel, and this young kid, he had to have been no more than 18 years old, but he looked like a baby kid. He was so dirty, and I was like, he started digging through the trash can, and I have a shit ton. Like I collect my cans and bottles, you know. I was like, "Hey, you looking for cans and bottles, man? I got a shit ton in the back." And he's like, "Nah, I'm looking for food." And he pulls out like a Del Taco or Carl's Jr. box, like with a half-eaten cheeseburger, and started eating it.
Damn.
That shit like stuck a knife in my heart, dude. I was like, "Bro, what do you want to drink?" I went inside, bought him some Powerades, a thing of water, big bag of chips, all kinds of like. You see someone do that to dig in the trash?
Yeah.
that shit, like, and I'm going home to a warm bed, and, like, that shit hurt my heart. But I had nothing. I remember there was a point when I was doing drugs, I had nothing. That's why I changed my life.
Yeah.
Or I would still be doing, like, that would be me. But that shit, I was like,
oh, you're done, huh? Scapegoat, you're done giving free handouts to beggars. That's right.
Well, I'm gonna spend my money on Hot Wheels anyway, so.
This guy's a Hot Wheel collector. He's got a fucking room full of fucking Hot Wheels. Like tables full. Yeah. Not just on the wall.
All complete sets. Every colorway, everything.
Everything Hot Wheel.
I did it for my kids, bro. When I got sober, I got changed, you know? Instead of gambling my money off and shit, or smoking it off, something to leave behind. My 3 trips up here, I was in Boulder that one time. I was in Colorado Springs, or Aurora. I was in Aurora, actually. And then I was in, what's the other one over here? I gotta look at my email again.
Yeah, there's a lot of different cities.
Yeah, I know, I forgot the name of it.
Like far from here? Or?
Yeah.
So like Grand Junction area?
Yeah.
That's like the western Colorado. Say the first major city or whatever that you get.
It was just past Grand Junction. What's that next one in from Grand Junction?
Okay, after Grand Junction, Boulder.
It's right by Boulder. Boulder was my first one out here. I came back to Colorado Springs, and when I came back, I drove back from Tracy. I was in San Francisco and Tracy, and then drove up here.
Oh, you know what? This next week coming up, we're going to be right by Cheyenne Mountain. DJ, is that close to you? Be right by Cheyenne Mountain. I think it's called Longview, not Longmont. We got to go do that, striping that Longmont. Yeah. But no, we're going to be in Longview, I think it's called.
That's what she said.
Longview. I think it's over by Fort Collins or something like that. Fort Carson, I can't remember which one it is. Oh, you're a little south of Grand Junction? So you're in western Colorado then? Right? If I got my geography right. So I have to see you on my way out. That's what it is. I'm gonna hit you up on my way out. Hopefully it won't be in the middle of the night. And it's probably gonna be around fucking Christmas Eve, so I'm sure you'll be with family. Boulevard. We did the U.S. Bank out there just a couple weeks ago. We did another U.S. Bank on Parker Road. Yeah. We've been all over this Aurora area. About an hour from Utah state line. Okay, cool. You did?
Yeah.
That's pretty much a lobby model, right?
Yeah, but it's outside.
Oh, okay. That's got the doghouse, yeah.
Yeah, new doghouse and everything.
That's where we're going to in Longmount.
Yeah, next week. We have two more 2-day jobs. Did we keep all that wood from that job? We didn't load that wood up, huh?
What wood?
For our fucking formwork.
For the curb?
No. Did we throw it away?
Yeah, we did because we need to make sure that we don't do those corners like that again. We got to do the cardboard all the way across or whatever.
No, we're not going to do the cardboard at all.
Not going to do the round?
No.
You're not
Change the thing.
Oh, yeah, with the grinder?
But, wow, we could have saved all that formwork. We're doing
it's all good.
2 more jobs like that.
It's all good. It's not coming out of our pockets, Daryl.
I know it ain't, but it's time.
Oh, damn.
Daryl, we making all that shit.
You gonna fucking call Daryl?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna tell him you're a fucking idiot.
Fuck Daryl. Tell him I said that.
Yeah, I'm not a rat, dude.
Oh, I just told you to run and tell that. All right.
I'm just hungry.
8 more miles to go.
8 more? You said 6.
That was to that fucking junction, I guess.
Yeah, see, you fucking bullshitting a lot.
Yeah, well, fuck
Hopefully
that.
your followers know
I
that
hope,
by now.
Well, I hope you fucking get starved,
We're gonna have to
motherfucker.
fucking fact check this
As long as we had to fucking stay there extra. You know what? You know what? I go back on what I said about Daryl. I miss Daryl. I miss Daryl because we would have been off at noon today.
Yeah, right.
Me fucking dragging this fucking guy along.
Yeah,
Got me out of there at 2 o'clock.
Hear this?
God damn it.
Fucking clown. I like your
No, but even fucking 2 o'clock, most motherfuckers can't even do that shit, bro.
Oh, we would have been done at 12 if we had the right fucking surround. We had to go to the fucking metal supply and go get some brake
like
metal.
These fucking dudes that we gotta go save this tomorrow morning.
Yeah, these fucking jokers.
I swear to God, if it's that damn doorknob, bro, oh my God. They better take
that would be sick as fuck.
You know what? If it is, we need to tell Bill to send them a bus ticket home, bro.
They need to fly home, dude.
No, bus ticket, bro. Bus them motherfuckers home. They don't deserve a fucking flight.
At least Greyhound. I'd rather take a Greyhound. Southwest sucks.
Fuck that.
Delta's the business.
Yeah, Delta is good though.
Yeah. But I'll fly when I can.
Scapegoat, you've been documenting all the fuck shit going on? Is that where I can find the clips? Like in California, that fucking one exit, XYZ or whatever.
C6 Road?
Yeah. Stupid. Absolute stupidness.
There's like a Stone Sour song or some shit after that shit.
Yeah.
I would stop there too. Take a piss. I want Mexican food.
Oh man, I had some bomb. I'm telling you, that burrito that I had today was good. Some carnitas, burritos, smothered in fucking. That shit was smothered in red sauce. I swear to God.
Show me your order. I'm gonna break your phone.
I don't need to show you shit, but yeah, that shit was dank.
You order food while I'm going to get us materials.
Goddamn right. You're
Shylock.
You fucking didn't even come back with the heater that we needed.
What?
Yeah.
We went and get the heater right now.
No, you should have.
Yeah, you're fucking perfect.
If you would have known.
You threw our fucking formwork away.
I can't believe you fucking wanted to do liquid nails, bro. You're lucky I didn't fucking.
I didn't want to. I wanted to.
You know what? I was just about to say.
Our
you know what? Just go sit in the passenger seat, bro.
Oh yeah, I'll sign your paycheck. Yeah, you're right. You do,
Is that what he said?
motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a dickhead like that.
So guess what? He told us to use liquid nail. That's what the fuck we used.
And how good did that help?
It didn't. Silicone would have been
Fuck
fucking
Bill.
good. Yeah, I passed.
Even that fucking silicone is better, bro.
Hell yeah. Better dry quicker too.
I almost made you go fucking sit in the truck and grab some crayons.
Listen, first of all, you ain't making me do shit.
Oh, okay. I almost dismissed you into the fucking...
Dismissed me.
I was gonna call Bill and be like, you know what? I need a psychiatric help for this guy.
Yeah, because it's only drug abuse and sexual harassment with me.
God damn. No, I saw you harassing that baller.
Yeah, I got yellow paint all over me.
Fuck. That's like massive. That's like fucking
Best
lipstick,
Western
bro.
Plus.
What is it?
That was the Best Western Plus.
Ah, shit.
We're in the premiere.
We got that Best Western.
Oh, shit. Oh, dude.
What? Show him your Hot Wheel, bro.
No.
Show him that old school ass fucking Civic.
What you fucking do? I made a mess. The girl's mad at me because...
See that thing? Check that thing out. Old ass little Civi, little 1990 Civi hatchback. And then show him that other one. This guy doesn't even know what I like in vehicles, and he went into this fucking store on his own. He comes out with this, which is like one of my favorite fucking vehicles of all time.
Volvo station wagon.
Volvo station wagon.
That's the truth.
Yep. That's like a 1992, right? 1990 something.
Yeah. Ugly as dog shit.
Yeah, but they're fucking dope. They're nice little rallies, bro.
I just needed it for my shed. And I wasn't gonna.
You got Crown Vics?
I don't know.
Station wagon, fucking Caprice Classics.
I have like I think I have some green lights that are Crown Vics.
Nice. I think I saw your Subaru. You got a couple Subarus.
Yeah, a bunch of shit. It all started with Honda and Acura. That's all I collected was Honda and Acura Hot Wheels. And I started collecting square body Chevys because that was my first car. 79 Chevy Silverado, short bed, single cab, slammed on the ground. Square bodies and Hondas.
My first car was a 74 Impala 4-door. That motherfucker was a boat, bro. That motherfucker.
Jacuzzi in the trunk.
Hey, bro, you can fit a fucking whole 5-6 bodies in the back, bro.
Make it a jacuzzi.
Bro, that fucking trunk was so big. The back seat was fucking, you could lay across the whole fucking back seat, bro. Big ass car. And it was made right, bro. It was fucking just a beast. I used to mob that thing. Oh man, that's long. If you guys like Mexican. Oh yeah, we were supposed to go to one of these spots that he's talking about because they say that the fucking chili verde burritos are really good out here, I think.
Who?
The natives. Fuck you. Hey DJ, your boy just fucking said who gives a fuck. Said he doesn't care about the Mexican
dude.
food.
I want to go there. I want Mexican food.
Alright, well shut up and listen. They're breakfast burritos. Alright, so where is it? Where's that at? Over by the Garden of the Gods? You got it. We can do that this weekend.
Polished.
I'm talking about over the weekend.
Okay, good. See, just keep your lane. It ain't snowing.
Stay in your lane.
I'm the best passenger driver ever.
I know, as long as you're not in the driver's seat, holy fuck. Give people anxiety.
You guys are steered.
Nah, I miss your fucking, I miss your little horn here, right here, bro. Little air horn.
That's how you get people's attention when they're texting and driving. Get the fuck off your phone. And then I fall asleep and rear end somebody's.
I know you fucking, what did you say you are, a narcoleptic?
Yeah, narcoleptic.
You're a necrophiliac?
Yeah, I'm not too. I love fucking dead bodies. Ain't nothing better. It's tight. She knows it's tight.
He said he's a narcolept. This motherfucker ain't driving any of that way back home, I'll tell you that. Falling asleep with me in the passenger seat.
I mean, I drove up here and home 3 times by myself.
Well,
Joey flew up here and I picked up Joey from the airport.
how many times did you fall asleep?
None. Because I pulled over and slept.
So why are you a narcolept?
Well, because you didn't see me out here. I was just earlier we're driving. I just was asleep.
Well, you're not driving.
Didn't say it. Joey said it.
Oh.
He's a fucking doctor all of a sudden.
All right.
He called me a narcoleptic.
I get it.
He said he's never met no one in his whole life who could just pass out and sleep like that, wake up and crack open a soda and act like nothing happened.
Oh shit!
Ow, you hurt my guts. There's our exit. Peoria, Illinois.
I had a homie that was from Peoria, Illinois. Charles Broadneck.
Look at this shit, dude.
Oh, dude, there's a whole fucking village of
That
them,
shit
bro.
like it burned down, what?
There's a village of them. All kinds of fucking old-ass motorhomes.
That's a Breaking Bad meth cook right
That's
there.
exactly what they are, bro. And they're all lined up on that street. They're right here on the exit, too. Watch, you'll see a couple. Right by that Comfort Inn. Oh, I'm ready for some fucking Tony Romos.
Tony Romas.
Whatever.
I hate Tony Romo. He was a sucky ass quarterback.
Yeah, he is. Did he even win a Super Bowl? Yeah, he won one, huh? No, he didn't.
No.
He didn't win no Super Bowls.
Fuck no.
Why didn't you correct me?
I wasn't letting you talk.
No,
You're on your. I keep forgetting you're on your.
You don't know your fucking facts, bro.
Well, listen, I'm a 49er fan.
You gotta quit letting facts take care of your feelings, bro.
Yeah, oh my god, dude. See, what you call it? Being offended doesn't make you right, bro.
Exactly. Oh, we got a little bit of snow out here, but it's just not sticking. Bacon cheeseburger is fast and easy.
Just like here. So
that sounds good.
not sticking. Look at that shit over there.
What?
Little food trailer.
Oh yeah, that shit's dank too.
You know what I'm saying? There's Taco Bell.
Man, I can sit here for fucking 5 minutes and shit. The fuck? Yeah, you can go to McDonald's. Shit, I might go to McDonald's too. Is he gonna stop? Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the info there, DJ.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank
that.
you.
And thanks for hanging out, folks. That was a good little fucking chat with those big influencers. Is that what they are? I mean, Elon Musk, you know, he's he's involved in a lot of shit. But that was pretty decent how he said that, you know, he was invited to the World Health Organization or whatever it's called, and they were going to try to charge him $20,000 to attend their shit. And he was like, nah, fuck that. I got too much other shit going on. So that was pretty decent, if that's true. Boycott what monsters? Holy shit. Monsters. This guy here. Look, he's like...
That's disgusting, bro. Why doesn't he just take his dog to shit somewhere?
He does. They try to get the dogs over to the fucking... over here to this side, but the dogs just shit.
Shit right there, huh?
That's fucking nasty. At least he's trying something, but...
Instead of just picking it up?
Yeah, that's what he should have done, is pick it up.
Because now it's like dog shit.
Now it's like spreading it, you know what I mean? At least he's trying. Fuck. That's gonna fucking smell good when we get out. Who supports the Zionist Jews? Oh yeah, for sure on that. All right, guys, I'll probably speak to you guys after dinner. Cheers. Where's my lady at? My lady wasn't even in there all day.
Bro, look at all this trash on my